As I suspected, 32 flavors.
Try the sauce. I'm soaked in it.
Oh, I could lick you all day long.
No, I don't hate Balboa, but I pity the fool, and I will destroy any man who tries to take what I got.
That's my opinion!
Hello. How are you all tonight? Welcome to the 71st episode. It's Friday night, guys. What's going on? It's good to be here. Whew! It's been a day and a busy one at that, but that's how things go around here. Busy is the way of all life, the way the cookie crumbles. So obviously I had the workplace today. That was all going down. And then the family, we went out and got some pizza, and the place was crazy busy. And it was just absolutely awesome and delicious. And it was a long wait, but it was worth it because it was so good. I loved every minute of that pizza. And we got leftovers too because we were at a big boy too. We were at a big boy, and it was just absolutely tasty. And I got here right on time and got my boys backstage. And I was just like, you want to talk about the embodiment of cutting it close? So yeah, tonight we'll have a little bit of open talk. We'll also talk about plans that we're going to do for next week because you're just going to see us basically talk business during the stream. Why not? It'll be fun. It'll be fun, he said. So let's acknowledge some faces here. Vince, Wool, Mac, how are you? D. Bud Martin, Brian Yoder, how you doing? How you doing? Gwen Stacy, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Oh, dude, it was huge, absolutely huge. All right, yes, get your drinks lined up, okay? That is what I like to see on Friday night. It's glorious stuff, absolutely glorious stuff. Let's bring in the Ice Wolf himself, Fenrir.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen of the night. I hope you are safe out there, away from the ghouls and gals and crazy swingers, basically. Now, y'all know who I am. I know who you are, so let us leave it there. But if you wanted to start trouble, well, you know how to get trouble. But yeah, it's all good. Me with you guys. How's it going, Nick?
It's going. It's been like I said, been a really crazy busy day. A whole lot of moving parts, but good moving parts is how it is. So,
Well, at least tomorrow's going to be Saturday, so you don't got to worry about most trouble. Well, I mean, technically you still do. You still have a house filled with people who will probably boss you around. So, yeah, unlike us, you're probably still on the same level.
No, it's good. It's busy. It gets crazy and chaotic sometimes, but that's part of the territory. Welcome, Phantom Outsider, in 5 picoseconds. How you doing?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Well,
Fenrir?
Well, this week has been fairly nice. I've been trying to get back to writing. So for the last 6 episodes, I've been trying to write a enigmatic leader who plans things out and smokes cigars. So I've been watching every season of the A-Team nonstop, and I gotta say, the whole show made no sense. How can you ride on cars literally flying through the sky and not end up dead? How can not a single bullet hit you? The whole show makes no sense, man. The A-Team makes no sense. I gotta say, Hannibal.
I've not seen that, but I believe you.
Just so crazy.
Oh no, dude. I'm just glad that this week I actually discovered something that was decent. Oh, surprise! Television. Oh, here you go. There's your answer. Television rating system.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Before I bring in our few gentlemen here, 5 picoseconds says, dude, all my comic shops is doing a blowout sale because they're moving to another location. I had 2 full long boxes for $100 each. A float of JLA, Robin, and Superman. Dude, that is glorious. Glorious. That is amazing, dude. Join my Gilded, man. Seriously, join my Gilded. That way, when you want to reveal the cool things you got, you can just hang on the Gilded and show us what you got, man. I'm gonna post the Gilded link in the chat. Please sign up. I'd be glad to have you, sir. Seriously, I want to see what cool comics you got. All right, let's bring in all the boys here. Clobbering times.
What's up, bud? Hello there. Hello, everybody out there in the chat. And Nick, thanks for having me, buddy. Had a great time hanging out with you the other night on my show.
Oh, dude, that was a blast.
A lot of fun,
Spider-Man,
man.
the animated series.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Good times, man. Really enjoyed it and really appreciate you doing that, man. It was great.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate you having me. I look forward to when we do our follow-up. We'll have to keep that for...
Yes, sir.
Ooh, yeah, that's going to be great. Yeah, we had a good chat for that one, too. That was a really awesome chat for that. So,
Yeah.
no, I'm
You're
really
a big
happy
draw,
and
man.
really thankful. Oh, dude.
You're popular. You're a big draw.
No, dude. It was
all you, man.
Nick
Don't even
Weiser, Spider-Man. It was the trio. We were the triangle. Yeah,
Spidey.
we were being a Marvel team up. We were being a Marvel team up. Is what we were
Yes,
doing.
but we're
I had
still
to go
good.
there. Oh, Vince, let me ask you a question. Don't worry. This is still there. It's just shorter. That's all. This is shaved. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. All right? It's just trimmed. It was getting crazy and out of control.
I don't know where people get the idea of the hippie. I mean, the hair, I get it. It does scream hippie, but the beard screams more like Marshall than hippie. I really don't get it.
Awesome. Well, you know, it just happened. It comes to the territory of being a dude with long hair. You know, just whoa. All right. Let's bring in our other gentleman here, who's another man with long hair, and he's wearing a skeleton shirt. Dude, what's up? What's up?
The Halloween shirt.
Well, like
Yeah,
I saw you had yours on, and while the countdown was going on, I was like, I ran to go grab mine. I'm like, I gotta join this club. It's Halloween.
All right.
Like
That's exactly what I was going for. Gwen figured it out. Yep.
Hey there, Gwen Stacy. Looking lovely.
As we were
so
talking
Andrew-
before, we were
So
talking
Nick,
about
how are you here?
hippies.
I gotta
Love to
ask, how
see
was
the
that
shirt.
pumpkin spice pizza?
You know, I
Is that a
actually didn't
thing?
have pumpkin. I had pumpkin spice coffee beans on. It's basically what they do is they take regular like espresso beans and they put a layer like a coating of like I guess you could say pumpkin spice like candy or flavoring or whatever. You want to talk about a caffeine rush? Flavor is a mixed bag, maybe a lot to be desired.
Oh,
But
You
the
gotta-
rush from it, from the straight espresso beans, dude, I was winning. Like Charlie Sheen would have been jealous of the things I was accomplishing
Nick,
on that rush.
Nick, you gotta go get the like Dunkin' Donuts like maple coffee.
Oh yeah,
So Dunkin' Donuts, I gotta say, you can go buy like bags of that coffee, and every morning when I turn this on, every morning when I go to make a cup of it, just the whole house starts smelling like breakfast. Like you get that like that warm like syrup, and like smells like waffles in the air, and it's like I'm just making coffee. It's like drinking waffles, man.
Well, see, maple is where it's really at. If you want to go for a quality flavor, maple is the way of all life. I'm a sucker for all things maple. Like you want to get my attention as far as fall flavors go, maple is like the granddaddy. That is the Godfather for me. That's Godfather 1 and 2 put together in an orgy and filled with greatness. I had this really good salted maple ice cream recently with a caramel swirl. Absolutely great. Oh yeah. Believe
I gotta
it.
go find that now.
Believe it. Believe me, it was absolutely worthy of the hype and then some. Like you need to have it. It was highly recommended. Just to be very fair and honest. Very fair and honest. But anyways, let's get to a little talking and acknowledging here. What's up, Southern Viking? I see you here. Cody Guy, how are you? Oh, yes. All right. So next week, we're just gonna get the calendar a little bit out of the way. And yes, chat, you're basically seeing a meetup, a business meeting go on between us, and you get to be live to see the meeting happen. So October 28th, the shop will be closed unless you guys want to do it on one of your channels. That's fine, but the shop will be closed because I'll be attending the sweet thing known as Fried Fest with my girlfriend. So that'll be fun. We're doing Fried Fest. Of course, the next morning I leave for Orlando. So I'll probably do a solo stream out in Orlando. I'll team up with Culture Casino. I'm already trying to, because I'm going to be staying with him and we're talking about doing content. So we'll see how that goes. But yes, no, the shop will be closed on the 28th, guys. All right. And the 21st, which is next week, we'll be having Wakazashi's Tea House on. And I'm looking forward to having him on. He's our comic book fan. And we're going to talk about right now, and the chat gets to witness it, maybe if the chat wants, have a little bit of a say in it, about some homework for Wakazashi here. We're going to talk about, guys, we're talking about doing some Marvel, old school Marvel books, Tomb of Dracula. Obviously, there was a Werewolf by Night show that came out, so maybe we'll tackle a few Werewolf by Night issues. Caster mentioned a few earlier, I think he was it The Mummy? What was it?
There was one called The Living Mummy that Marvel did.
Well, I mean, the only other thing for like Halloween Marvel stuff I really have is Frankencastle.
Frankencastle, okay.
Frank
was it?
Okay. Does the man thing kind of count?
He was in Werewolf by Night, the show, for one thing, and he's, he does sort of.
Actually, since I could wait and show this off for that, but I'll show it now.
Ooh.
Is that
Oh yes.
They just came out with a facsimile of that, by the way.
This was just a this is supposed to be the first issue, but this is just a big old poster print.
Okay. Because this is right now, just last week they came out. Those facsimiles they've been doing, which is a facsimile of not only the comic, but it reprints all the ads and everything exactly replica, except for the price. They have one of those out this week, but that's pretty cool. There, I love Tomb of Dracula was a great run, and I agree with you. But Mike Plug's Monster Frankenstein comic was brilliant.
Ooh, I'll have to look that up.
Yeah,
what started the first number of issues was called The Monster of Frankenstein. Those were the Plug issues. Then a little bit later they changed it to Frankenstein's Monster. But great comic from the early 70s.
So one of the things I do like is since we're kind of doing this now is being able to get the audience's feedback, to have people out there saying the stuff they want to see talked about. Come on, Southern Viking. Yeah, come on, Frankencastle was great. Like Frankencastle. So the Punisher got chopped up by Daken and killed. And then a bunch of the monsters.
Okay, yeah.
So
something relatively recent, right?
Oh, yeah, it was like 2013, 2014.
Well, that's why I never heard of it. So there you go.
Did they do a thing a few years ago where they were trying to have him wear a mask or something? Like the Punisher wore a mask. I'm like, hold on, the Punisher of all dudes wearing a mask? Hold on, he doesn't wear those things. Straight up. I don't know. Punisher wore a mask. Over his entire head.
Sherry,
come on, we don't speak about that. That's like
I'm not talking about China virus thing. I'm talking about
No. Yeah, I know. But those days are the equivalent to when Frankencastle was black. We forget that.
Technically, I mean, you're not wrong there, Fenrir. You're not wrong at all. But I guess all right. I'll drop it on Punisher stuff. What's up, Sherry? How you doing? Because Bangum Outside here has some great comments here about Living Mummy, Morbius. What we're looking to accomplish here, chat. We want to give Wakazashi maybe 2 Werewolf by Night key issues, and maybe maybe 1 Mummy issue, or maybe 1 Man thing. But we got to be very specific, and we want to give him some really good direct issues. So I want the chat, if they're willing, to assist with homework for Wakazashi. That's what I'm looking at. Yeah. Hey, Father Miller, how you doing? How you doing, Father? Not ahoy to you.
Ahoy there, Father.
What do you think, Caster? I'm thinking right off the top of my head. I'm thinking 2 Werewolf by Nights, or Klobby. I'm assuming you've read the original Werewolf by Night.
It's been a while. In fact, just last week though, I did go back and read the first issue because after we watched, after we all saw Werewolf by Night,
Get used to
the
introduce
show,
Elsa Blood Moon.
I went back and read the Bloodstone issues that's based on that are mentioned in that episode. Read a couple of Old Man things, and then I read Werewolf by Night, Accountant by Day.
Okay. What do you think, Klobby? Is there any key issues you think maybe you could throw a pitch of an idea of what we could read for next week, whether it's Werewolf by Night or Man-Thing?
Wait,
if we're
Elsa Bloodstone had a run, right?
It was Marvel Presents number 1 and 2. It was supposed to be a tryout book, and after that, they never popped that again until later. Some backup stories in the back of some paging black and white mags and stuff like that. What about Werewolf 32, the first Moon Knight? Yeah, I mean there's also a replica of that out there. So yeah, that's I gotta warn you, the art and that's terrible. Don Perlin, just like the art in Legion of Monsters. The comic
is the story there?
It's worth reading for a laugh, I guess.
It's worth
but the original Werewolf by Night, those early issues of that, which he started in Marvel Spotlight number 2. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Okay.
It was pretty interesting to read those.
I mean, what about what was it? Damien Hellstrom's book,
Son of Satan.
Yeah. Just grab a couple of first.
Yeah,
I'm just thinking. We for the season we grab a couple of first issues.
Yeah, just go like some random. I mean, really, you know.
Well, because if we were to talk about key issues, I feel like Tomb of Dracula number 10 would be like a auto include because it's first appearance of Blade.
Yeah, that's quite a different Blade there, man. But yeah, I mean, the Son of Satan title, one of Gary's favorites, was pretty interesting. I didn't read it back. You got to understand this comic was coming out in 1975 or something like that. So
the first suit was legendary.
You wouldn't. What's that?
The first suit was legendary. The green, the wood, the goggles. It was legendary. It should have been in the movie. Should have been in the movie. I just tell you. Just imagine Wesley Snipes going around with that.
You can imagine that if you want to. If you feel free. But yeah, Son of Satan, like I say, some of those series, I don't know. It's worth to look at them just for the fun of it. Yeah, man, I think read some of those, like Son of Satan. What I like to kind of do is some of the ones where some of these Marvel monsters started making their way into some of the superhero books, like Tomb of Dracula number 50 has the appearance by the Silver Surfer. Dracula fighting the Silver Surfer.
Nick, don't you dare laugh. That suit is great. That suit is great.
I like the wooden knives.
Yeah.
Hey, that's Blade, man. That's the way it was.
Okay, this is also we had this one here from Vince Womack, Vampirella Halloween special, and there was another one, Phantom Outside. Phantom Outside mentioned 2 of the Werewolf by Night 18 versus another werewolf, or 15 versus Dracula. Those sound interesting.
Yeah, I mean, they all used to meet each other, and they would even pop up and with Spider-Man and Giant Size Spider-Man and Marvel Team Up and then Marvel 2-in-1. They met the Thing. So these monster characters that were based kind of on the old classic monsters were in the Marvel universe. And obviously, look, Tomb Dracula is a great run. Wolfman, when Gene Colan finally comes on it for almost 70-something issues, a really great comic. I highly recommend
Tomb Dracula?
Right. That's one of the best ones they ever did. But some of these other titles, Werewolf by Night was okay for a while. Monster, Frankenstein, The Living Mummy, But yeah, they're kind of fun. But I kind of enjoyed when they would pop up in the superhero titles. Believe it or not.
Oh, I'm sure because of the interaction with superheroes versus monsters. Yeah, that's a great thing. Maybe did they start off with Tomb of Dracula number 1?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep. I think that's what we should do for one of them. Tomb of Dracula number 1. So we got one. And Phantom Outsider here says Werewolf by Night 19 versus Dracula Lady Vampire in the Moon. That actually sounds kind of interesting.
Yeah, I mean, they have some crazy
I
stuff.
think we should
in
do
these
that
issues.
one. What do you say, guys? Should we do it?
I mean, it's got
Sure.
it's got the right amount of like monsters in it for me.
I'm writing this down in the private chat.
Well, if you want to go
Werewolf-
random like that, do a Tomb of Dracula, do a werewolf, do that first Blade appearance, which would be fun. The one we got here that Phantom mentions, 3 or 4 different random monster ones, might be fun.
Yeah, I'm looking at doing 4 books. We got 2 of them. So we got Werewolf by Night number 19 and Tomb of Dracula 1.
Okay, we got those. One thing. We cannot
What's
do this without a Frankenstein story. It's Frankenstein. It's pretty much sacrilege not to have him in. There has to be a Frankenstein around somewhere.
Well,
Oh crap, he's arrived. Hide your daughters.
Pablo, how's it going?
Actually, it's going quite interesting. I was hearing on the background. I actually agree that something of Frankenstein will be really interesting, but also androids. We are on the verge of the technological apocalypse. Halloween. Yeah, androids kind of need it.
Okay.
I mean, it's more. Okay, it's more sci-fi. It'll probably be more around the alien kind of stuff, but I don't think androids count.
Oh, androids are modern monsters, and if you think about it,
Yeah, I know they are bloodthirsty
golems.
killers like anything.
no, but golems have been something that people use for horror from always.
Yeah, but that's a difference. Golems are creatures made out of sand that get life to protect.
Yeah,
These are
that's
robots.
silicon. That's silicon. Silicon is sand.
Okay.
You just want us to do Android 18, don't
Yes, Fenrir, I want to see androids. That's exactly it. Androids
damn
killing
it,
people.
Dragon
It's
Ball you
fun.
could do in 20, 25 minutes though. With that type of story, that's a whole panel. Anything with Dragon Ball involved is a panel and then 5 more.
Yeah, we got to do 20
Think
panels
about it.
for 5 minutes of that show.
Seriously.
Well, if you
Just-
count
you-
the
it's
five
so
minutes,
easy to
It's
read.
true.
dude, 5 minutes, a whole season of 5 minutes until Namek is destroyed. Dragon Ball works faster than the speed of light, and we are seeing it in 1 frame per year or something like that.
Yeah.
I think we should reserve that for a show where we can commit to that. I'm open to the idea, but that's something that deserves its unwarranted, undivided attention from everything else. But you are right. They are modern. You are right. Androids, especially those 17 and 18, were absolute modern monsters.
Oh, completely.
Yep.
Dragon Ball has a lot of monsters. If you think
Good
about
question.
it, yeah, you have actually Frankenstein on the series,
On that
on
little
the original
movie.
series.
He was also on that little movie.
Yeah,
Android
you
8.
have a werewolf. If you talk about the original Dragon Ball before Dragon Ball Z, you had literally
Dracula.
a werewolf.
Dragon Ball.
You have a witch. You had zombies.
They had Dracula too, remember?
Yeah, they had Dracula. It was a really stupid fun show.
Yeah, very.
If you're talking about kind of doing something for that sort of thing, the whole Thriller arc of One Piece.
Ooh, yes.
Oh man, that
Gecko
would be
Moria?
too
And
much.
One Piece alone is that's a panel too.
That is an entire podcast.
No, that's a 3-day. That's a 3-day conversation.
Try to explain Gecko Moria and the whole arc in one single podcast, and maybe try to explain the whole One Piece arc by arc. You need a whole season of podcast.
There are like 5-6
Yeah.
hour long streams just dedicated to explaining it.
Yeah. Well, quick question here: did anyone here watch Dragon Ball GT?
Yes.
No, I did not.
Oh, come on, Nick.
Kokoro Hikara.
I read regular
But yeah.
and then I watched Z, and that was pretty much where I went to the
Look,
boo
look,
stuff and I stopped off. But before we get off derailing on DBZ, we got 2 gaps to fill for Wakazashi's Tea House for monster comic books.
okay,
We got
Geekopology
Werewolf
and
by Night and a Tomb of Dracula.
Wait,
Oh.
okay. I have a huge confusion, maybe because I was not that deep into Werewolf by Night. I
That's
knew
fine.
him because of some appearances with other characters. I know that he was a lot with Blade, he was a lot with Ghost Rider, the whole
Right.
mystical night shift area of Marvel, right? But for me, the original Werewolf by Night was just a reproduction of the movie with some adjustments, as I recall. Then somehow it became a whole thing, and the werewolf was a superhero and was Marvel because Marvel. That's why. But as I recall, originally it was just a werewolf story, and that was supposed to be it. That was the fun of it.
Well, I mean, it was also them trying to skirt around the comics code.
Yes.
Ooh, here we go. Southern Vikings got my attention saying, if you're looking for Frankenstein comics, Marvel did do a comic called The Months. Now, was that a one-shot, or is that something we should start with the number 1 at?
It had 18 issues.
Yeah, I was
if
just
I
talking
remember.
about it. There were 18, but I'll get to the issue number 6. It went from being called The Monster of Frankenstein to The Frankenstein Monster. The early issues by Mike Plug, of course, had brilliant art. They were adapting the Mary Shelley story. And then after that, they just kind of went in their own little direction and stuff. It wasn't, like number 6, I think it was just issue 6, if I remember right, became the Frankenstein Monster. And it would just sort of kind of went its own way with the stories after its initial appearance and stuff. But Mike Plug's art on it, he was just incredible, great stuff. And it's just sort of, it was, it went its own way after a while in its own direction, but it was fascinating and really cool stuff. A really good read.
Why don't we?
But eventually he popped up in a Marvel 2-in-1. So good.
Okay, well, I was gonna say, why don't we do the Monster of Frankenstein 1, Tomb of Dracula 1, and then we got Werewolf by Night 18, and then we just pick another one. We can do another Werewolf by Night.
Yeah.
Well, what's your first appearance? You said, Clubby?
No, sir. That's what I thought you guys wanted to do the first Blade appearance, but we don't have to.
Oh,
yes.
Which issue had the first Blade appearance? What comic had that?
It was
Dracula 10, right?
Yes.
Tomb of Dracula 10? Sure. Oh, then let's just do Tomb of Dracula 10.
Yep. We should also do the Living Mummy.
Okay.
Well, I think we've got the 4 now.
I was gonna say I think we got 4, but no, this is good.
If you want to add some variety, hey. Yeah.
Marvel team up Werewolf by Night. Ooh, guys.
Yeah,
we could do a 5. We could do 5. We could go a little longer for that.
See, I like when they meet the superheroes because it's just kind of so crazy.
Let's do this. Let's do this. Marvel team up Phantom Outsider. You want it? You're gonna get it. Marvel team up 12. All right.
See, there was Go ahead.
What's up?
No, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm saying Living Mummy started in like a comic called Supernatural Thrillers or whatever. No, a lot of these characters don't start in their own titles.
Phantom Outsider's got another banger.
Oh, Phantom Outsider's just he's Spidey and Frankenstein's monster. Ooh. Should that be our Frankenstein book instead of Monster?
Hey, look.
That
could be. I mean,
I'm just saying that actually sounds.
I think it's kind of fun combining them with the superheroes. Like that Monster Frankenstein's a great book by Plug, but it's just that they were just adapting the book, just Mary Shelley's book. I mean, which is fine. Yeah. It's great. I recommend that's a great comic, but it's kind of fun. Like if you're doing something like first appearance of Blade, doing a Spider-Man teaming up with him, Werewolf by Night and Dracula, and like I said, the Tomb of Dracula 50 has him fighting the Silver Surfer, but you got other things. There are Marvel 2-in-1 issues with living mummy, and I mean, got all kind of stuff.
I think we should do this one instead. I don't know about you guys, but I think this should be our Frankenstein issue. I mean,
I'm for it.
do we got any objections on that?
Nay.
No.
Nope.
Nope.
All right. Well,
Don't expect to
there
have
we
great
go.
art. Just telling you, Scott, they had some goofy artists back then on some of those Marvels.
That's fine. That concept though, for me, that's where it's at. I'm willing to go through some goofy art for a concept like that. So okay,
Yeah.
we got World by Night number 18, Marvel Team Up 12, Marvel Team Up 36. Was it Tomb of Dracula 10?
If you want to go with the first Blade,
or
maybe we hold off on Blade right? Because it sounds like Diva, as Diva is saying in the chat, it's a two-parter.
Oh, okay. Let's just do Tomb of Dracula 1.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll do Tomb of Dracula 1. Okay, so we got 4 books then.
Right.
Let's do a
thing
fifth
to remember. Okay, now thing to remember about. Hang on a second here. About that Frankenstein issue with Marvel 2-in-1 number 36 is let's see here. Let me check something. I'm just checking out something. I'm going back to my research on it because I was actually flipping through. I've been rereading some of these things just digitally, It continues the next issue into it. Like the next issue has Man-Wolf, not Werewolf by Night, and Frankenstein's monster. So that story continues into 37. Not that it matters. You can still just review one issue and do another one later. Just saying that does continue.
You're making it sound really tempting is what you just did. Do you realize what you just did?
I didn't mean to. So it's a two-parter.
You may have not meant to, but I think that's what makes it all the more better. So that was Marvel Team Up 37?
Yes. 36 is the one with the monster Frankenstein.
Yeah, and Spidey.
And then
37.
Yes, 37 continues, and they meet the Man-Wolf. And again, Man-Wolf, that's John Jameson. That's not the Werewolf by Night.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, there's a difference.
No, I know about Man-Wolf.
They had two wolf characters.
Man-Wolf
characters. Yeah, I'm sure you did. So, yeah. They had 2 wolf characters, for those who don't know. And this is not the werewolf, but it is the Man-Wolf, though, which is a cool character. So.
I'd say that we got our 5.
And by the way,
1. Okay.
I double-checked, and the art's not too bad on 36. We got our pal Sal, but you did have to put up with some Vince Coletta inking. But
You've already mentioned myself before.
We got our buddy Sal,
though. Clavi. Okay, well, that's our show next week for the Comic Shop episode 72. So business is
it's no
settled.
69, but it's got to work.
Oh, it's going to be huge. All right. Gwen had a great comment here. So it makes me sad that we have to go back. And I tried so hard to stay with new stuff, but they forced me out. Independents haven't really let me down. I miss X-Men. I get your
Gwen,
point. I get your point. But for me, personally, and I'm sure at least one of the others will be with me at panel. It is nice to be able to go back and realize how good we had it in a sense, because you realize how great these books are, and also it gives you an opportunity to say, "Hey, you know what looked good that I meant to get to that I never got to, or what was something you may have just overlooked just because I don't know life was being busy, or something you maybe kind of just thought, this is okay." Maybe get a second shot again. I feel like this is the, dare I say, golden age of opportunity in looking for those things. So that's the perspective I come from. Then, obviously, I know you're a little bit newer to this channel, but here on this Comic Shop show, we did the first 20 issues of the Stanley Steve Ditko ASM.
Yep.
We've done Nova. We did Nova, 3 episodes of Nova, The Man Called Nova. That was a great time. Yep. We did I think we did one other one.
What do we do? We've done a couple.
Yeah, we did Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Which Fantastic Four did you do?
Fantastic Four, the first appearance of the Eternals. Was the Eternals? No, the Inhumans. The Inhumans.
Oh, you did the
Inhumans panel.
Inhumans panel. Oh, that's right.
But there was a specific issues. I'm trying to think what our comic book runs that we did. I feel like we're missing one.
Gwen Stacy says she's not flipping the chat off. But even if you are flipping us off, we think it's funny. So yeah.
We did the what ifs.
We're fine with it, and you're
No, we did do the what ifs.
Oh, what if? That's what we did recently. The what if.
What ifs,
Yes,
right?
thank
We did
you.
some what if issues. Yes, sir. That's right. So it's fun. These review shows are so much fun. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, they're a blast. That's gonna come. Trust me. We will do FF.
Yeah,
we will. Just give it time. We will get there.
Right.
Trust me. I promise. But next week we're gonna do these books, and it's gonna be great. And what's up, Kitty Bear? How you doing? Nice to see you here. There must be a House of Dragon. I've not watched it yet, but I will. I don't want to spoil in case I watch it. What's up, Nerdscape?
I haven't seen it either.
And then Steven Ransom, hail to the panel and chat. And you know what? We're now 35 minutes in. I guess now is a good time as ever to do this, our ritual part. Gwen, we will do independent stuff. We will. That is definitely in the.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, last week Ripaverse, but yeah, we'll probably do an Image series or a Valiant or something. We will not rule out doing those type of things down the line. It will definitely happen. That's for sure, and that's a promise. All right, it's Friday night. Drink them if you got them. Run up your glasses if you smoke them, or if you're just an H2O guy. We're happy. We're thankful for all of you being here.
Sweet tea, is that okay?
Sweet tea. I love sweet tea.
Arizona
sweet
tea, of course.
I really do. I love sweet tea. But I don't know if you're on my level sweet tea.
Well, I love Arizona sweet tea, but if I'm at a restaurant, dude, when I order sweet tea, I still have to have tons of more sweet and low.
So do I. So do I. Okay,
then
so
they get
maybe you are on my level.
Oh,
maybe
dude, I'm just saying.
level.
People go crazy like, why do you put so sweet? Because I just want the way I need it. Man.
Oh, yeah. No, dude, that's my way. All right, guys. Thank you for being here.
How sweet do
It's
you want
Friday
it?
night.
Yes.
To the 71st episode. Cheers, beers, greetings, salutations, good morning, good evening, whoever, whenever, wherever you are. Cheers.
Indeed, yes. Cheers.
And shout out to Dragon Master 360. How are you doing, sir?
Hey.
Nice to see you here.
I wonder what Glim Stacy has in mind for independent comics. I mean, some people should mention some things.
I would.
Mention some things out there. You know, that we know. You know, see if you know. Just saying.
So I gotta point out that I'm glad no one brought up zombies for those books.
Oh, dude! I probably would go crazy if I look at another thing on zombies. I need to get away from zombies for a bit. I don't even hate the concept. I don't. I just need to get away from it for a bit.
It was just
kind of
so
like
overdone.
Batman. It's like I love Batman, but I blame the recent years of DC. They have Deadpooled Batman so hard with the amount of Batman books that they have done. It's just like obviously Marvel did with Wolverine in the 90s. They loved having Wolverine on anything and everything they could have their filthy little paws on. It was just nuts. So I'm just like, bro, I'm not with that, man. I'm just not. So, you know, you see those things, you get pushed out of it, and then it's just like, dude, I like you, but I need to be away from you. And that sounds like a relationship statement, but that's how I feel. I'm like not joking. That's how it be like. It really do be like that. So, anyways, I'm going to show off a comic that I have been enjoying again. I've mentioned here on the show before, but we're going to mention it again because this is why I want to talk about this one. So I mentioned a comic book last month called Dual Powerbomb. That was a miniseries written and drawn by Dan Johnson. Image, current book actually. And it's a book of wrestling. It's a wrestling book.
Oh, okay, cool.
And this time, this particular issue, I'm not going to give away the context of the story, but what makes this issue stand out for me is that if there's any fans in the chat of the Attitude Era of WWF, or even, dare I say, ECW, Paul Heyman days, late 90s, this issue is for you because there's barbed wires, there's ladders, there's jumping off the top of the ladders like they're the Hardy Boys. What is that noise?
What? is that? Wow.
Yeah, where'd that come from?
By the way,
Someone-
Gwen Stacy, you mean American Flag or Black Kiss? She likes Howard Chicken. Sorry.
Oh.
Oh, it's Pablo.
No, I don't think it was me. I'm actually trying to. Okay, I did something really crazy, really stupid this week, and you know why? Comic book shop talk is a perfect place to talk about it. I pulled the trigger. I bought a new GPU, a new graphics card.
Okay.
Yep, NVIDIA 3070 Ti and whatnot. Really fancy three three fans right, and everything is cute and everything. I have I don't have a single real game to test it because everything I own is really old. So I'm going back and I'm playing Age of Empires. Playing Sonic Adventure 2.
Nice.
It's actually really good.
I need to see about doing some upgrades on my PC here soon. I think I've got a 1060.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, I had to format, I had to do a lot of stuff. Now I'm trying to do, and I'm taking some pages of comics just to do the outlines of some of the characters. And on Adobe After Effects, just put pins and start animating them to practice a bit. I need to do an animation.
Mm-hmm.
I miss doing that kind of stupid stuff. And I mean, you can have Mr. Fantastic Juice with the arm going really crazy on After Effects. You do the outline. Basically, you could all the character, and you put the pins and move the pins. And you can do animations with that. Why Marvel is not doing that? Why? They did that on the 60s or earlier when they did that cartoon that was basically comics animated. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but there was
I do not. I'm just letting you guys chat.
There was a show that was basically panels of the books animated with people doing the voiceover.
Okay.
Yeah,
Are you talking about Nickelodeon called Video Comics?
No, it was before the Spider-Man 60s cartoon from Marvel.
Yeah, but it was on before that. You're saying?
I think it was on before.
Yeah, but what was it? Was like, are they showing actual comics? Oh, wait, wait. No, you're talking about the Marvel superhero shows with Captain America.
Yes.
And Thor and
yes.
They did use cutouts. Yes, they used a lot of cutout animation stuff. Sure, for that. So that's what you're talking about. Yeah.
Why they are not doing that again? I have been doing that.
A lot of people make fun of that. I thought it were fun. I love them.
Yeah, it's really good. And I'm doing something like that with Mr. Fantastic on Adobe After Effects.
Okay.
It's going really well. If you want to make actually have the page in movement, you can do it now. You can add a lot of parallax. You can do some stretching and everything, and it will look gorgeous. And they are not doing that. That's a waste.
That is a waste. That's a shame, if anything. If we're going to be very serious and honest with each other here, as we always are, it's a shame, is what that is. It's tragic.
But yeah, I have been playing with that because of the upgrade on my PC, and I'm thinking about the easy that is now create a lot of material. And I don't mean just comics. I mean, if you have something really nice to animate, you can do it.
Yeah. Gwen's talking about some independent stuff. You're talking about some old school stuff too. Howard Chaykin's American Flag. That was way back in the early '80s. Look, I personally have liked some Chaykin and not. I've had a run in with him. Of course, I've talked about a lot. But as a person, I think he's a dirtbag. But he's got a big following. A lot of my friends loved American Flag. Black Kiss. She even mentioned Black Kiss. So wow, knows the old stuff. You're just old. You can't be old as me. Can't be as old as me.
She knows her stuff. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
She's sounding off, so that's great. Yeah. That's what we like when we got that. We like when we got someone. And she mentioned here Whenever I read
Yeah.
Midnight of the Soul, I would listen to Danzig. Now, was that the
Right.
subtitled, or is that Lucifuge, or is that How
Wow.
the Gods Kill? You're going to have to let me know on that one. But either way,
Yeah.
Danzig's Danzig, and I know Danzig was a big comic book guy as well. So that I know
He
Hungry
is.
Boy partied with Danzig during those days.
Yeah. Yeah, good.
Yeah, Hungry Boy
Look.
did. Shout out to Hungry Boy. I don't know if he's out there listening, but Hungry Boy,
Hail,
he
Hungry
knows
Boy.
about all those type of comics. But
Yeah.
anyways,
I hate Chaykin's Black Hawk, and I hated his Shadow in the 80s though. But I had a buddy of mine did all his
he did a
background.
Shadow.
He did a Shadow series that was pretty disturbing, and his Black Hawk prestige format book in the mid 80s was really pretty. I thought it was pretty bad. But I had a buddy of mine used to do all of his exterior art from all of his background stuff because he was too lazy to do backgrounds. Chaykin, oh man, he's a man. And the things he does today, I won't even go into it.
Oh no, and Sir Viking, that's a good one here. No, I'd be open for that.
Yeah.
So, and all right, and
an old school, honestly.
Southern Viking. I'm gonna before I get back onto do a power bomb. I'm gonna make this a nice quick segue, and mention early next year I will be doing memberships, and one of them will be with a certain perk. And obviously, it's not gonna be the cheapest one, but for those who have it, you get to have a straight up say in what gets to be talked about review as a comic shop talk. And with that perk, you also get you'll get a package of goodies and a handwritten letter. All that for that package deal. So I'm gonna hook people. I already have all the merch items picked out. It's now just getting everything made, set up, and then I'm gonna I gotta figure out how many people are actually gonna watch. So I'll probably be very modest, probably make like 10 or something. Maybe I'll do 20 just in case more people want it. But you gotta really want to have a say on this. Just to give you guys a hint of what's coming early next year with that. It's gonna be fun though, because for those who want that, it's gonna be great. Will it be ready, D-Bud? For you, I'll make it a bright green. All right, lime green. That's how much for some intimate. You guys are funny. All right.
So you get to have a say in what books we're going to suffer through.
Yeah, right. Oh,
that's gonna be quite interesting.
Oh.
All right. So, anyways, do a power bomb. So yeah, it's a hardcore match. You got the barbed wire, you got the chains. If any of you guys are familiar with a certain Hell in a Cell match that involved the Undertaker or Mankind, it does stoop to those levels. We'll just say that. I don't want, for those who get grossed out in the chat, I don't want to say what, but if you watch that match, you'll know. And there's a reveal here, which personally I saw coming, but what I thought was way cooler than the reveal was the twist. That I found was genuinely surprising because I did not expect that. So I was very satisfied with this issue, and I also I love the matches too. You really do feel like you're in the atmosphere of a match, like from the announcers, like the way they there's definitely some Jim Ross influence on the announcing team, where Jim Ross, it's like he is having a stroke every time he yelled about "Gar, gar!" Like Jim Ross will lose his mind. Stone Cold, Stone Cold. So all I'm just getting as this book nails that whole atmosphere of being at a wrestling event. And I've been to a SmackDown. I touched the Undertaker's motorcycle when he was a biker. So I did that. I touched his bike. Yeah. Highly recommend this book. Read it. Anyways, you were saying, Caster?
No, I was just saying that that anyone who wanted to go and go for that tier of the memberships could possibly pick out some terrible comics.
They're gonna want to spend a lot of money for some terrible comics. Maybe I'll put the disclaimer: good comics only.
No, trust me. Sometimes you need to have fun. People can. How do I say this nicely? They will torture us, and they will enjoy it.
if they're also like I said, I want to make well, it's just I want to give people like a real good perk to really make. No, I can't imagine someone's gonna want to spend money to have some really terrible stuff because that's a wild idea. But like I said, it's not gonna be a perk that many people will back. It's not.
I will do it.
Oh,
That's something that I will do it. I really will.
Watch, I say this now. I'm like, only 5 people are gonna back it. Ends up being like 30. There's no way it's gonna
exactly.
happen.
It's
It's not gonna happen.
If
It's
you
not
do
gonna
it,
happen.
if you do it, is less chance that
Guys,
somebody will recommend something good.
I'm looking in like the 20s range of it, and that's a monthly thing. You gotta think about it long term. It's a monthly fee. So
Yeah, exactly. If you do that, a couple of people will do it, right? But will be the people that really have something that they want us to read.
want to be heard, because you can't do it for $5 a month. You can't do something like that because I thought about it. But here's the problem when you do it for that low of a price. It's so easy for people to just drop $5, and then before you know it, those fives start piling up, and then before you know it, you get to certain books sooner. There are certain ones that wait. Then people are like, "Oh, well, hey, when you get to my book," which I don't blame them. But then before you know it, you get lost in the mix of things, and then you end up kind of pushing people away. I don't want to push people away.
Yeah,
So
I
I
get
don't
it.
want to do that. So that's why it's like you gotta be very selective with the price for that. You gotta make it really count. But also, like I said, merch goodies. I'm not gonna tell you what those merch goodies are just yet. You'll know early next year, but all I know is it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Noise.
Yes. Yeah, the new heart. If someone pays me enough, oh, Brian Yoder would.
You gotta get us a copy.
You
Did
know,
that
if
even
you
ever
give
come
us a
out?
copy, Brian, I will
No.
straight up do it.
It never
I will
came out,
straight
did it?
up do it. It
No,
never
it
came
didn't.
out.
No.
I will
They
straight up do it.
They-
I would.
Oh yeah, I
we would have
too.
to do it. We would have to do a dramatic reading, and I call dibs on
yeah,
a B
yeah.
negative.
Dude,
I
I
want to be
still remember.
space.
Yeah, I still remember when we did that for America Chavez, and basically all the characters that I read were Skeletor. That was one of the first shows that we did.
Gwen, I have read Nail Biter. That was decent. I was a little mixed iffy on the art, but
So that's a
story wise, it was yeah, it's a title. It's a pretty
hear
wild title. Joshua Williamson did it. He did it for Image. But that story definitely had some wild stuff going on. That was a really wild story. It was a few years ago. I think he did like 25 issues, I think, of that one. Yeah, maybe 30. It was a wild book. It was a very wild book.
I love
didn't
Gwen's
come up-
avatar, by the way. Just saying.
It is funny.
Sorry.
It didn't come out, but that gay Aquaman did. Oh, yes, it did.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you gotta
yeah.
let's review that.
Oh, dude, gay Aquaman. Yeah.
Let's review
Maybe.
that.
Oh, I was gonna
You know
say
you want
maybe
to.
for the Aquaman 2, but I think I would rather go for some actual good Aquaman, like, or even the fun stuff like Sub Diego.
30? 30
So
issues?
30 issues came out
Wow.
on Nail Bite. Okay, I was close.
Oh.
I close. It's cool. It's cool. It's close. Nah, I would like it if someone's like, hey, you need to take a look at blah 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 blah. Imagine if there was like an Ultimate Warrior comic that came out and it was just all him rambling on for 15 minutes about him summoning the like the astral projections from 9 different realms on 10 different planes. Like, I
Wow.
can't imagine Ultimate Warrior book would be the wildest thing ever. It would be like a Doctor Strange acid trip, but with the warrior instead of Doctor Strange.
Sure.
That's the warrior. He would ramble on and you wouldn't understand any of it, but you just went with it anyways. Hey, what's up, Wookie Fever
Looking
presents?
viewer.
Hello.
How you doing? Cheers.
He could be our Wolfman.
Looks like the Groovy Ghoulies.
He could be our Wolfman. Oh, that's another panel I like to do now down the line. The DC Hanna-Barbera.
Oh yeah.
Those are weird looking books. I couldn't really wrap my brain around the looks of them. I know people liked them, but man,
I liked Hal Jordan and Space Ghost.
Yes.
That was
Did-
really good.
Well,
Did
yeah.
you ever get Did you
gotta
ever
see
get a
that.
chance to read the Batman Elmer Fudd?
That was actually good.
Wait, Batman.
The guy who wrote it is an absolute douchetarian tool, but it was like the one good book he ever read.
Who
No,
wrote
no,
that
no,
one?
no.
Sorry, he
Nick,
ever wrote it.
you cannot just say Batman Elmer Fudge and leave it at like that.
You remember that one, huh, Pablo? Oh yeah, it happened.
Yeah,
you think
Batman.
that's not the
it was
least
actually
of them?
good.
You think
It was
that's
actually
silly?
good. And
It
he
was,
even nailed the Elmer Fudd dialogue of it all with Vewy. It was like BVEWWY for Vewy.
Very quiet.
Yeah, like
yeah,
the Elmer Fudd
quiet.
dialogue was all there.
He was Batman.
He was after Batman. Elmer Fudd had to go after Batman.
he
And what they did was they did one story in the DCU and then they did one story in the Looney Tunes verse. Same with the Hanna-Barbera book. They did one story in the DCU and then one in the Hanna-Barbera. Like I still love Super Sons and Dynamite. That was really good. Really
That sounds
heartfelt.
really stupid. I love it.
Like the art.
This is
I'd heard of
Lee
that.
Wallach.
Elmer is
That
This
Lee-
is the DC version. This is the DC version.
Oh, I've got both.
Oh, you got both? Okay, good.
I at least wanted to show off the art of this because this was
D-Bud says, Flash versus Speedy Gonzalez is Mexican Iron Man's
I bet it is.
that will rock. That will rock. What?
That Batman? Bat season. You realize, of course,
What
it's
isn't it?
War.
rabbit season. Yeah, isn't it rabbit season?
Wabbit.
Nah, listen, Doc. If it was rabbit season, then you'd have to shoot Batman for no reason. You do want to be the bad guy who shoots Batman for no reason? Batman? Vengeance of the Night Batman? That Batman?
Yep. Bat season. Of course, you realize this means war.
Yes, he does look like the tick. Good point, Gwim.
Yeah, that was a really good point. With the
Gwim
big
said-
chin and all.
Gwim is
Yeah.
amazing. Gwim is awesome. Look at that.
I didn't knew this existed, and
Oh,
I don't know
man.
if I'm really happy or really
There-
sorry.
You should hear some of the other titles. Wasn't it the Joker and Daffy Duck?
Oh, that one's not good. I read it. It's not good. It's not. I'll just say it. It's. I read it because I was curious. Because I understood the pairing. To me, I was like, okay, I try that. But there's definitely. I'd say probably no. That was the worst one, but the worst one was Lex Luthor and Porky Pig, and I hate saying that because I like Porky Pig. I like Porky, and
I
that
hated the-
book was.
They
Ugh.
did one with like Funky Phantom that was terrible. It was like a backup story, but it was like them just using it to stomp all over like the Second Amendment and
Yeah.
it
Of
became a whole.
course.
There was a good one, Black Lightning and Hong Kong Fooey. That was pretty
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
I used to love
and
Hong
that's
Kong
actually a
Fooey.
good pairing if you think about it. That actually kind of makes sense. Black Lightning and Hong Kong Fooey.
I used to love Hong
there's
Kong
a-
Fooey.
Oh, I know, right? There was
Scatman
a
Crothers.
Suicide Squad and the Banana Splits. I never read that one, but that was a thing. There was Deathstroke and I think Roadrunner. Was it Deathstroke and Roadrunner? Or am I? No. It was Deathstroke and Yogi Bear. Deathstroke and Yogi Bear. Yeah, boo boo. I got Slade Wilson here. Hey,
You are
boo-boo,
blowing
yeah,
my
get away from
mind
them,
now.
Mr. Ranger. He sent
gotta-
me that Slade Wilson.
Is there a site where you can find out all the different titles in that run?
I'm trying
This
to
was
find
about
it.
5-6
There was
years
not
ago.
too many. There was only like 15 issues.
But they were like,
Klobby, they did Bugs Bunny and the Legion of Superheroes.
I have that one. You knew I'd have that one, dude.
Oh, of course you had to have that run.
Oh man,
Did
Just
you
Legion-
read
and they,
it?
Then they look. Oh, well, and they look like the Silver Age Legion, so I had to have it. My Legion.
Yeah. Did you read it?
Oh,
Oh,
I-
yeah, but it's been like back when it came out. I don't remember much about this going. It was really goofy, but but it looked so good because it looked like my real Legion that I missed so much. So.
I've got
It
a
was
list.
a goofy story. You got a list? There you go.
What's up, KC? Charlie Chats.
So
do you
first
got?
is obviously Batman Elmer Fudd. Lobo and the Roadrunner.
I like that. I like that pairing. I actually really like that. It makes sense. The main man versus basically the Looney Tunes speedster. It's a shame though that they did not have like the Flash and Wile E. Coyote, something like that. Or trying to think who else would be a good counterbalance to Wile E. Coyote. There's a few you could do with that.
We should just say, by the way, that Gwym said that she can only talk to herself about comics. Never should have to be that way. Be here to talk about comics with us.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And come
That's
over to
what
my
we
place.
do on Friday nights. Claudia's got a channel too. Claudia's got a channel too where he talks about comics.
Monday
Sub
nights.
to him.
And the other night, you and I talked about, well, it was comics, it was cartoon. It was
comics adjacent. Comics adjacent. Yeah, comics adjacent.
Radioactive spider power.
Oh,
and we sussed out the lyrics to that. I mean, the very complicated lyrics to that theme. So
we got to learn about the great Spider-Man cereal that they had too, where I had the bowl that I refused to share.
Oh lordy,
my bowl. I'm pulling up some.
Tweety and Catwoman. Oh yeah. Didn't they have a backup? There was somebody in the Funky Phantom. Actually, the very obscure '70s cartoon Funky Phantom was one of them. I can't remember what comic it was.
It was trash.
But it was trash. But who'd they team up with?
Oh, I think it might have been like in the back of, because I think they went back and did a second series, but it was like, I think it was with the Flash and Speed Buggy.
Flash and Speed Buggy, probably.
Here, I have. All right. I've got thumbnails.
You got thumbnails. Okay.
Yep. You know I had to have this one.
So okay, I like the cover, but I hate the Superman suit.
Now I'm wondering if I bought this one. I could have.
I like the cover overall. But the suit, the Superman suit with the collar, I don't even mind the belt. I'm okay with the belt, but the collar hurts it.
Yeah.
You don't do a collar like that. That collar is.
Yeah, I hate that suit. Maybe
you don't do New 52. Yeah, you don't go New 52 on Superman. You just don't do it ever. Like
colors,
ever.
Yeah, colors were like for some more authoritative kind of figure. Superman should feel free. Is that sensation? It's too constrictive. It's too uniform. Uniform like. So yeah, it doesn't go with Superman. But I'm actually more angry about not having the trousers.
The trunks.
Yeah,
need to be there.
It's like someone afraid. It's like someone was afraid and ashamed. And you know what? Screw them. We don't need them.
So, Claudia, how do you like the Legion, though? Do they look fine for you?
No, because we've got Lightning Lass, and she's not supposed to be there. Nor is Ultra Boy, nor is Brainiac 5. So the wrong one's there. I may not have bought this one. I'm trying to remember. No, there was. Oh, I bought the one. I think I bought the one. First of all, no. Now I'm thinking of the Scooby-Doo. Remember Scooby-Doo comic had a Scooby-Doo team-up series?
Yeah.
You ever see that? I bought that one with the Legion, and I bought the Batman 66 with the Legion. Now I remember I didn't buy this crap because he's got. First of all, you're putting. I don't care if it's Bugs Bunny or anything. That costume's garbage on Superman, and the Legion. Those are not the ones who sat there on this. So it's not even a good parody cover of Adventure Comics 247. So to hell with him. No,
I'm good with the curl. I'm good with the curl, Gwem. I'm good with the curl on Bugs' head. I can do the curl, but that collar hurts it so much.
Yes, I hate it.
That you don't do the curl. Ever. Ever. What's the next cover you got, Caster?
Now, let me see which way this is gonna. Aha.
Okay.
God.
It's actually, this makes it look like it's like a team up. Because it's like, hey, look, we got a common enemy. And let's take him out together. You know what? I could see Lobo and Coyote doing that. I could see that. I actually like the original Lobo run.
You know, I probably bought this thing and don't remember.
I like the idea of kind of putting him in space like this to make it pretty out there, where you don't have to make it just like the middle of like a Nevada desert.
Uh-huh.
Wile E. Coyote looks crazy, sinister.
He does, and that's probably the image of the DC version versus when you see the cartoon version, where you'll see Wile E. Coyote be the normal one that we come to know and love from the original Looney Tunes, which are the only Looney Tunes that matter, by the way, only ones.
Well, have you seen that like 2010, 2011 reboot series?
Was it watered down?
No, it was actually pretty good. Like,
really?
It was, yeah, it was like, I don't want to say it was modernized. I mean, it kind of was, but it was actually pretty good. Like, Bugs Bunny and Daffy were roommates.
Okay.
Daffy was just a complete dick the entire time. Like,
if you tell me it's worth a try, maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll do it. You got me interested. I'm just saying.
Meep,
what? Yeah, meep. Oh, that was really good. I like that. All right, what's the next cover, Caster? Oh, I didn't read this one. So I like the idea, though. It makes sense. I mean, Jonah Hex, Yosemite Sam, definitely that obviously is very, very like, okay, of course that happened. I got nothing else.
I don't got much to say on it. I think it's a good. It's another like excellent combo.
Yeah. Everyone's just
anyone else?
Like, yeah.
Why?
Well, I'm such a Jonah Hex fan. I just turned my nose up at this one. I admit.
I don't want to sound like a boys band from the 2000s, but tell me why.
Wow.
Well, why would you do any of these? Wow. Really, to be honest, I know people like them, but it's still a goofy idea. But it's fun.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna put Yosemite Sam with anyone, I mean, who would you do? Other than Jonah Hex.
Oh yeah. No, it was the one to pick. Yeah.
All right. Meanwhile, I like the idea. For me, I like characters of cartoons I grew up on crossover. So for me, it's like, yeah, I would say it's essential, but it's fun to imagine the idea. Like, I've always thought, what happened if like Terminator crossed paths with RoboCop? It's fun to imagine the idea. That's all it is, and it's obviously they don't ultimately mean anything, but they're fun stories to just get the idea of. But well, we segue to the next issue. 5 picoseconds asks, anyone ever read The Dark? I remember that, and I said no, because you don't make the Flintstones dark. And I'm that guy, and I'm sure I got a bunch of guys with me on that.
Yeah,
the Flintstones are the Flintstones. So you're amongst purists here who will be like, nope, you don't mess with my Jetsons.
Yeah, you don't.
I did like Flintstones.
You don't really need to make the Flintstones dark. It's actually really dark. If you watch the episodes, and that's something that keeps on repeat on Ecuador every single day.
Yeah.
The Flintstones, really dark.
You think? All right, we're at to talk about that. Let me get this direct donation from one Brian Yoder, and we do our patriarchal punch. With a side order of Brian Yoder for $25. Says, gotta dip out early. Started drinking a little too early this evening. Good night, all. Good night to you, Brian. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for listening. Get some rest, dude. Thank you for the $25 direct donation. You are a crazy son of a bitch. All right, sir. Guys, cheers to Brian Yoder. Chat, panel, cheers to Brian Yoder. Have a good night, sir. And then, for Brian. And good evening to Gonzalo Bergali. How are you, sir? Thanks for being here. All right, let's get into the next cover.
Oh, Oh, I pulled out the moonshine again.
Oh, he's getting the
Moonshine. Drink a little bit of moonshine.
Danger, Will Robinson.
Oh, there you go. Martian.
No, this makes
the
sense.
Martian. That works. Well, it makes sense anyway.
There's a new Martian in town. Isn't it lovely?
This was done at a time when there's still some. I will say this for DC. They would never do anything like this today. This is when they cared about having a little bit of fun, mixing it up, doing something a little different that was still about being entertaining, whether you like whatever issue you like or you don't like, and doing something kind of that kids could enjoy as well, but for aimed at the older readers. But yeah, it was done when they were trying to do something outside of the box. You got to give them some credit for taking a shot at something crazy like this.
Oh, of course. And once again, this pairing makes a lot of sense. Marvin Martian and Martian Manhunter. And speaking of Marvin Martian, I'm going to use as a segue, guys.
Nice.
Hey,
really, really nice.
Brace yourself for immediate disintegration.
Dr.
My favorite Looney Tunes character. So,
I love
bar
it.
none. Thank you.
I love
Yes.
Marvin.
No, seriously, that does look like I like that pairing. That makes sense. Like to have those two, like hand in hand, Marvin Martian, Martian Manhunter, and we could use good Martian Manhunter nowadays. I
don't like that
to
costume,
see.
but yeah.
No, the costume's
Hate
not
that
great.
costume as well.
I liked his outfit in Justice League though.
Yeah.
The animated Justice League.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I'm not talking Snyder cut, by the way.
I'm talking about real Justice League. Yeah.
Yeah, real
you're talking about.
Justice. Okay, we're on the same page here.
Oh, real deal. The Justice League, the animated series. Justice League Unlimited.
I'm not back to Snyder. No. No, we're not going. We've already gone down that route before. All right, Caster, keep the covers going. Oh, too funny.
Oh boy.
Oh, I don't like this one. Actually, I don't like this one.
Strange idea.
This pairing does not go hand in hand whatsoever. If anything, you should have done Lobo and Tasmanian Devil.
Yeah, that would have made sense. Yes.
Yeah, that would have made sense because Lobo's this big super alpha dude, and you gotta send him after a wild beast. That makes sense. If you're gonna do Wonder Woman with the Looney Tunes character, maybe I'm trying to think. All right, let's entertain ourselves.
So
Let's
that's
give
the
them
cat,
the
maybe?
solution. Which one?
Oh no, Hazel the Witch.
Refresh me here.
The witch.
So Hazel, I believe, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Hazel the Witch was the witch who was always like trying to like maybe get bugs for spell components.
Oh,
Looney Tunes?
Ooh, D-Bud's onto something.
Yeah. Well done, D-Bud
Yeah.
for the win. Pepe Le Pew. There you go.
Yeah, there you go, D-Bud. Yeah, Wonder Woman, Pepe Le Pew. See, I would actually read that. I would love the idea of Wonder Woman being at the mercy of the smell of a skunk.
Yeah.
I get with that. I would absolutely get. And Gwen here has got a funny one: Foghorn Leghorn versus Hawkman.
That works for me.
I
like
would
that.
love that.
I like that.
If I saw that on
Well
the
done,
sands, especially if it was presented in like a Looney Tunes-esque type of cover, I'd be like, okay, I don't know what you are, but I'm taking this cover home with me because that's a great combination. Well done, man. D-Bud and Gwen with the killer idea. See, we're all bringing good ideas to the table here. When we don't
Well
like
done.
the cover, say, hey, here's
This
how
is-
we'll better it. What's up, Keely Chow?
Roll.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to move things around here.
Oh, I guess
This was my
FNT's
suggestion.
just ended. Okay. FNT raid makes sense. All right, cool. That explains why I've had a great influx of people coming in. Sweet.
I think Pepe Le Pew's the perfect choice for that. For Wonder Woman.
Right? I am with that. Pepe Le Pew, Wonder Woman. I'm with that. The little chicken. Refresh me. The little chicken hawk.
Oh, he's
Little
the chicken hawk who's always trying to.
Hawkman.
He's always trying to capture Foghorn Leghorn.
I think Foghorn Leghorn and Hawkman just works for me for some reason. I like that.
Boy,
What did I say,
I
son?
say boy.
What? So I say so.
Boy, you want to go to Thanagar? What? What's the Thanagar? I don't get all that reincarnation. I don't get all that jazz. Yep. Makes sense. I'm down with it. All right.
There
This
you go.
could have
That
been
woman equally,
good.
that works.
This should have been good. I remember being really disappointed with this one.
Well, it was your
'cause
buddy
I
Gail.
like the idea. I like the
Gail.
idea.
Right.
Get Whale Simone. Yeah.
Gail
Now,
Simone. No, now.
I don't.
Oh.
Mean person.
Yeah. The Mean Girls Club.
I'll
This
talk
co-
about you. You're being mean.
Nah, dude. She's evil. I'm not being
Clem
mean
is
when
on the
she's
wall.
the one being evil.
Nick is right. She's evil.
This should have been great. And the sad part to say is like, it's not like I can't believe I'm admitting this, but Gail Simone is, when she chooses to be, she can, keywords can be a competent writer. I won't say a great one, but a competent writer. This should have been a home run. It was not. And I could see if she really applied herself to it, she could have knocked out of the park with this one. But she didn't at all. She relied on the novelty of them. And it was just really disappointing. Even the backup story, which is in the Looney Tunes universe, wasn't good too. You
Sorry,
couldn't
Nick,
even
but
exceed at Looney Tunes.
I almost died. I was drinking water while you were complimenting Gail Simone. That came out of nowhere.
I know. Like I said, there have been times of moments of competence. Look at the original Birds of Prey run that she did back in, what was it, the 90s?
That Batman Brave and the Bold episode that she wrote was really good.
Yeah. She also, I think she did a Justice League episode or two as well that were actually good too.
Could be.
So, yeah, I know. Like I said, I'm not a fan of Gail Simone, but she has done some good things.
I hear you.
Okay. No,
What
this
the hell?
combination here would be
Don't remember
good
this one.
under one circumstance. Original Harley Quinn, not this new 52, with Gossamer, because Gossamer, that's that big creature who chased after Bugs Bunny who couldn't speak. Yeah, I remember Gossamer. I like the idea here. This book, I remember I read this one. It was just way too wordy with the Harley Quinn dialogue. Like, way too wordy. It was way too wordy even for Harley Quinn. It wasn't bad per se, but it should definitely be trimmed down 10, 15 pages.
But it's modern Harley Quinn.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. So then modern Quinn into the mix, and that's just another thing. Now, if it was the Bruce Timm, Batman the Animated Series Quinn, with obviously still 10, 15 pages trimmed down, I would have been down with that one. Oh, Gweb, you may have missed it earlier. There was a Yosemite Sam and Jonah Hex. Yeah, Jonah Hex that was done.
Yep.
And how about Greek versus Michigan J Frog?
I don't know Greek.
Greek?
I don't know Greek either.
Is that a DC character I don't know about?
Yeah, I was gonna say what
these comics were like 2000 what? 13 or 14 or
17?
Between
maybe?
17 and 19.
Okay, 17. All right.
They were kind of like on the cusp of me quitting reading some of the modern comics.
Okay.
And there's your favorite.
Oh, this pissed me off. Let's move on.
What the hell is that?
It's bad.
Yeah, I know, but what is it?
I've seen a different cover for this one. There's had multiple covers.
Yeah. I just kind of grabbed the cover A's.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah. Boy. Scott Lobdell. Oh, boy.
Yeah. This one's just... Yeah. Yeah, no. This, I can actually see this idea. I could. Joker, Daffy Duck, I could. But it doesn't land. That's the thing. The book had a decent premise, but it ultimately just did not land, is what happened there. And
Yeah. If you guys ever review
Gleek-
these, by the way, you're on your own.
Oh no, we'd only grab like 2 or 3 of them at most.
Gleek from the Wonder Twins
Gleek.
versus Michigan J.
Yeah, there you
Okay, okay.
Oh, Gleek. Well, Gleek, yeah, that's a Gleek versus Blip. How about that?
That would be fun, actually. I'd entertain that. I would. I would.
Curious.
I would,
Okay,
I would,
this
I
is a
would.
completely random question. Who will win? Just Dr. Fate or Bugs Bunny? Both of them can basically bend reality.
Ooh.
It's tough to go against bugs with anybody, but Dr. Fate is
Yeah, that is Dr. Fate versus Bugs Bunny. Wow, it's actually, I would actually be, if you could get a writer to get really creative, you could probably do a really good book with that, actually. If you get a writer to really apply themselves to that could be a really good book. I'd be like, Bugs Bunny, Dr. Fate. What the hell? Let's give it a go. I'm down. I'd like to see because there should have been Speedy Gonzalez versus Flash, but unfortunately a bunch of dumb people got very offended. Who were white, by the way. They were white. I'm gonna emphasize that word one more time. They were white over Speedy Gonzalez. Because Speedy Gonzalez is a cultural icon in the Espanols of the world. That's not even up for dispute. Go to any a lot of those Latino countries. I'll tell you, man. Particularly Mexico, they were all about the Speedy.
Oh yeah, he is quite an icon on Latin America. That's the fun part. No, everybody is. We need to create this character or change this character to be Latino and everything. We had a really good Latino character for a long while, and here in Latin America, he was really popular. Speedy Gonzalez. And when we have that, no, you cannot have that. That's racist. Come on.
I'm sorry, I don't speak Latinx.
Latinx.
So I did go and grab the Hanna-Barbera.
Wow. Okay, I like this idea right here. This actually makes a lot of sense. I like this idea here. I mean, if you guys want to object, go ahead, but I like this concept. I mean, if you think about it, it makes sense. Booster Gold, time traveler.
Yeah.
The Flintstones, opposite of his advancements. What do you guys think?
It does make sense.
I don't like the art for this one.
It works.
Just,
yeah.
Rick
it doesn't
Leonardi.
work.
The idea is a good idea. Rick Leonardi must have been old at this point.
This was not his cover.
No, he didn't do the cover.
Mirrors.
Yeah, the cover is my biggest issue with this one, but this is the
looks
style
like
that this is the art
It's
style
almost
that
like
that
an all-red
Flintstones
look.
comic had.
Yeah, it's an all red cover.
Looks like all right. Yeah, okay.
Oh, Five Pico's right. Booster Gold should have two, one with the Flintstones and one with the Jetsons. See,
Yeah,
I
fair.
could get.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, there is a bonus feature with the Jetsons, so
Jetsons are in there. There you go.
Speaking of Booster, I actually enjoyed the Jeff Johns run that was done. It was in 2006 or 7. That was like 12 or 13 issues. And then Dan Jurgens, the creator of the character, obviously took over at that. But I enjoyed that Booster Gold run. It was really fun. It was funny. It was ridiculous. And it definitely was a very ambitious concept that they went all the way with. And I had a good time with that one. Same way I did with was it God, who did that Zatanna book in the late 2000s? Paul Dini. I enjoyed that. The Zatanna book. That was a really good book. Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
Let me ask you something, because there's something that is really bugging me about this cover. It's really bugging me. What is Booster Gold gaining on going to Bedrock? And I mean, what he's not getting famous or getting a lot of money. So what is
Maybe
What is
someone
his
wanted dinosaur
angle?
eggs.
Huh.
Hmm?
Okay, I can see that. Yeah. That was a really good
Massgrave.
response.
Massgrave said, got my Nicaraguan buddy, a Speedy Gonzalez.
He hates it.
Glass at garage, so he hates it.
Oh no!
Dude, send
How
it to
can you
me.
hate it?
I'll take it.
How can you hate Speedy?
Yeah, right? I'll take it.
Ándale.
Dude, I want it.
Slowpoke Rodriguez.
I love Speedy. Slowpoke Rodriguez for
Who's from white people. He beat
That's
we white
funny.
people are pretty slow. He beat us.
Oh, see,
That was one I
this
meant to
I
get
enjoyed
and
this
didn't.
one.
This one's
That's
so
one
good.
I wanted to get.
Egghead Jr. versus Brainiac. Ooh, man.
Yeah.
I'm getting with the combinations
That's a
here.
good one.
Yes. Nah, I like this and of course, one of the rare iterations where I like the original cartoon, and I like the talk show Coast to Coast because I love saying Zorak, Brack, and
Moltar.
who's the other guy? Moltar. Moltar basically what he ran like the sound. Zorak was kind of like a co-host, and then Brack. I can't remember what Brack did, but it was funny to see them all basically working for him for a talk show. I remember Jim. Actually got like celebrity. I think Carrot Top was on there before he got shredded. Jim Carrey before he went crazy. It was crazy how they actually got a bunch of big names to talk to these cartoon characters, but it was fun. I remember that's probably the first cartoon I used to try to watch and stay up late for was Space Ghost Coast to Coast. Then I learned of the original ones where you're like Space Ghost.
Space Ghost.
But then there was.
I feel like we need to stop and pour one out for Cartoon Network.
Oh, dude, the original Cartoon Network I watched religiously.
Well, that and the news from this week about DC, like basically doing what they've been doing with the funding there.
Oh,
But,
you know what? That's a good idea. Let's have a drink for the actual Cartoon Network. I gotta refill my glass.
You know, I never got into the original Space Ghost, neither into the
Pablo.
original Birdman. But
Yeah.
then I found Adult Swim, and I fell in love with those characters. The Space Ghost show and the Harvey Birdman show are some of the best television ever made.
Uh-huh.
Harvey Birdman is just genius. That show is just incredible.
All right. I will miss you, original Cartoon Network. From Johnny Bravo to Dexter's Laboratory to the original Powerpuff Girls, because no other version after that exists.
Ed and Eddie.
Samurai Jack.
Ed and Eddie. Space Ghost Coast to Coast. You actually played the Justice League cartoons when they were brand new in 2001. You did the Green Lantern 2011 cartoon as well in your later years.
Introducing the world to Dragon Ball.
Yeah, C-Lab.
C-Lab.
Dragon Ball.
Underneath
Cow and
the
Chicken.
water.
Cow and Chicken.
You.
Yes. See, you guys are just killing it with these comments here. See, I love it. I love this interaction here. There, Johnny Quest, dude.
The Bragg Show. Does anybody watch the Bragg Show?
I remember the Bragg Show. Yes.
Bragg being a teenage girl was.
Dude.
I
Cartoon
will.
Network.
I will
Magic
stay up
Poop.
every single night to
Dude.
watch Cartoon Network.
Magic Poop is onto something here. Shout out to Magic Poop, by the way. But Poop, as he brought up this cartoon, I remember when I saw the episode with Freaky Fred. He was that guy who used to like try to buzz Courage's dog fur, and he would always say that creepy line about being a bit naughty. That was how you would say it too. And they would play this really creepy lullaby music. Dude, it was such a wild episode, but it was so good. But then there's Johnny Bravo. Dude, I love Johnny Bravo. Oh, man, that's huge.
Hey there, pretty mama.
Dude, that was good.
Like, I would sit here and try to emulate and imitate all the voices from those cartoons. So those were like the ones I was just get so familiar doing.
Yeah, I get what you mean, man.
Fenrir, are you okay?
Yeah, I just had a little problem here for a minute.
Oh, okay. Okay. Just making sure. What's up, Anonymous? How you doing here? No,
Hey, Anonymous.
I am your father.
there's no question. We're just kind of judging by what was the story good or does it sound good. We're just putting in our opinions. That's all. So you're welcome to chime in. I don't like this concept here. I like
No.
both teams. I love the what was that Joel Ostrander run from the 80s, the Suicide Squad. I love that run
John
of
Ostrander.
comics.
Yeah.
Sorry, John Ostrander.
Mhm.
I like that run of comics. I was a big fan. I like the band splits, but these are two teams, and I'm all for opposites, but these are two opposites that just do not make sense in any way.
Agreed.
Oh, Top Cat. Yes, Top Cat. I remember Top Cat.
Dude, Top Cat has something with Latin America. Basically, it came out in the United States and people didn't really like it, so was canceled. Then it goes to Latin America, but the small blue cat in Latin America is called Benito. I don't know how it's called on English, but on English you used to have these deep black boys, and on Latin America he's just like, "¿Cómo está, Don Gato?" People just blow up over that character, and it became huge.
I remember there was a whole period of time where they would just do marathons of like Looney Tunes, and that was how I got to watch. Oh, geez, so many of these, like Herculoids, yeah,
but
Herculoids rocked.
I heard that was good. I never watched Herculoids.
Herculoids was great, but too bad if there was a Marvel thing, they should really team it with the Fantastic Four. But yeah.
Yeah, that Young Samson cartoon.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Jabberjaw.
Jabberjaw. Yeah.
Jabberjaw.
No,
Slightly.
I read this one.
Sorry.
It was okay. It was decent. The DC story is kind of but the the Hanna-Barbera story in it was good. I like the Hanna-Barbera story in this one. I did like the Hanna-Barbera story in this one. And to answer your question, Vince, not only was that a great cartoon from Hanna-Barbera and a super underrated one, SWAT Cats. I don't think it was a Cartoon Network original.
it helped make a lot of furries.
Oh no.
Goofy Gophers versus Teen Titans. I am actually not familiar with the Goofy Gophers.
That's pretty obscure.
What television network was
she knows
the
her stuff.
Thundercats?
No,
Say
SWAT
again?
Cats played on Cartoon Network.
No, the
SWAT
Thundercats.
Thundercats
No,
was
the
syndicated
Thundercats. Syndicated? Okay.
by I forget Harmony Gold or not Harmony Gold. Who was that? It was not
Deke?
one of these companies. Maybe Deke or somebody like that. I can't really remember. But it was syndicated on.
Oh, because that actually made a lot of furries. That one I know for a fact.
Hong Kong Fooey.
If you see
A lot
the
of old
first
cartoons
episode,
did that.
they are naked. The Thundercats are naked for the first episode for the majority of it.
Yeah. Hong Kong Fooey, #1 super.
I read this one. It was pretty good. The DC story is kind of average, but you had
Funky
Denise
Phantom was
Cohen and Bill Sienkiewicz involved. I will say though that the Hanna-Barbera story in it was good.
Yeah.
I will say, Vince in the chat, he gets me, but I will go for Pumira. Vince gets me.
They should have done the Atom and Inch High Private Eye.
That would have been nice. But I don't know if Inch High was he Hanna-Barbera? I think he might have been. They could have had Gorilla Grodd and Grape Ape. Sorry.
Grape Ape.
Grape Ape. Grape Ape.
They should have had Gorilla Grodd and Harambe.
Harambe.
Yeah, Harambe.
Dude. Go on.
No, I will
You
never
and
let
your
go of Harambe. I will never
Never
let
forget.
go of Harambe.
Yeah,
Never forget that.
Harambe.
Yeah.
Never
Yeah.
forget.
The A story with
So-
this one's good. Fuck the B story.
yeah, the
I remember it being really stupid that Funky Phantom, when I don't know why I even know that. I think I flipped it or something. Read it at the store.
Yeah, there you go. Too soon, dicks out. Yeah,
Yep,
I
dicks
know,
out for
right?
Harambe.
Yeah. No, I got a story to tell as we're showing these cars. So a few buddies of mine were in a touring band, and they were on tour, and they went to go visit the zoo where the incident happened. And there's a bunch of flowers and bananas at the site where Harambe got shot. Flowers and bananas. You want to talk about the most ultimate on the nose combination of the two? So of course they came there with bananas. Yeah, the fact there's a bunch of I was like, oh, that's great. Man, I actually have somewhere here at home. I have a big old Harambe, like it's not like a statue, but it's just a big thing. We'll just say it's a big Harambe thing I have. And I have a Harambe shirt too.
Have you seen the meme of Harambe the White?
No.
Harambe comes back as Harambe the White.
Oh, dude, no, I did not see
to
that.
save the world from basically everything that is going on right now. You need a team up. You need a portal opens in the middle of nowhere, and out of the portal you see two shadows. One is Harambe, the other one is Steve Irwin, and they step out of the portal to save the world.
Only if they can also be only if Macho Man Randy Savage is to come back with them as well.
Oh, that's
yes.
Would it be the cream? Yeah.
Crikey!
Oh, yeah, the cream. Oh yeah.
Tell me you will not pay to read that story.
Oh, I would. Hell, I'd probably go grab the writers themselves.
Oh, crikey! What's this about a Sharknado?
Will you transition over to another cover? I got something that Vince sent on the Gilded. With no other options left, scientists have found a way to bring back Harambe.
See, this is why. I think this is why humans are gonna want to screw with each other. Who the hell would make this?
Yeah, I don't
Gorillas
know,
are already dangerous enough to take over the world. Now we're gonna start doing android gorillas. Screw.
Okay.
Saves.
I've read this
Puma.
one, and I'll tell you what. This was written by Peter Tomasi, and it was great. Not just because it was Tomasi involved; he actually understands characters, but the DC story and the Hanna-Barbera story were both good. And it definitely was a little bit heartfelt on the DC story. It definitely kind of hit a few emotional beats. But, dude, it was good. I really, really enjoyed this one. I really enjoyed Super Sons Dynamite. So, and it's, once again, Peter Tomasi is the only guy, to my knowledge, that has gotten me to accept Damian Wayne. Because other than that, I have not been a fan of Damian Wayne in any way, shape,
I hate
or form.
Damian. Yeah, can't stand him.
You had Fernando Passarin on the pencils. He actually did some decent work on here. So yeah, Super Sons Dynamite. I do recommend.
And
this
look,
comic.
your boy Altaib.
Oh yeah, he did do the. You're right. He mentioned that on the show that he did do the colors on this cover. Yeah, Gabe Altaib did it. Yeah, I love this. I love this comic. That's crazy. Shout out to Gabe Altaib, Rippaverse and True Justice American Way.
Yeah.
Oh man, that is awesome to look at, dude.
I forget. I've always liked the Blue Falcon Dynamite. It's just such a shame they never really have had much attention.
Oh, I know, right?
Because they're like one of my favorite combos.
What's up, Gutsy77? Thanks for dropping in. Nice to see it. Yeah, hail Rippaverse. That's what's up, 5 Pico. That's what's up. Nah, I'm just saying I recommend this comic. So
it is a super doozy.
This one was okay. So I have
Flash and Speed Buggy.
It was okay. Obviously, you had more Brett Booth doing the art. He's currently the penciler for Gunslinger Spawn. It's okay. It was was all right. I had fun with it. It was a story you kind of read once, and so it was fine. And that was kind of where it started and where it stopped. But I'm glad they gave Wally his own suit and
I
let
hate
Barry
that costume.
have.
like
And
that.
Barry had his proper suit, so I was like, okay, I'm glad Barry had his suit.
Barry, isn't that Wally?
That is
No,
Wally.
That's Wally.
That is Wally. But if you look to the right, you see Barry with his suit, his proper suit.
Yeah.
The only suit
Oh.
Barry.
Oh,
shoot.
yeah.
To me, that was
He's
always
in the
Barry's
crowd.
suit.
Yeah, he's in
Alongside
the
McGill
black
Gorilla.
with the Wallace and what's his name? Black Wally. Blolly.
Yeah, that's him.
Okay, Gorilla Groot versus Manila Gorilla.
Oh yeah, should happen.
And then we throw in Grape Ape and the Ultra Humanite.
Too bad if it were Marvel.
And Monsieur Mala.
If it were Marvel, I'd say Ghost Rider versus Wheelie and the Chopper Bunch, but that's just me.
Okay.
I know that's obscure. No one knows what that is, but
no, I don't know that
Wheelie
one.
and the Chopper Bunch. No one's ever heard of that, probably.
Oh, sorry to hear,
yeah,
Nano.
neither.
Hopefully, next time they get to do it again, and you can enter then.
Oh yeah.
And Gwen, I definitely am very aware of that band. I saw them 9 years ago. Yeah, 9 years ago in Baltimore. Good times. Good times. Carry on, Costa. This one.
Oh, I
What
read
do you
this
think,
one. It's
Conrad?
really good. It's really
Okay.
good. Very comedic. Brings a lot of old points, and yeah, it's basically just Deathstroke and Yogi Bear working together, and that's just something you never expect to see in your life. I mean, seriously, in the normal point, freaking Yogi Bear and Deathstroke. It's just
Secrets.
damn.
Shouldn't Yogi be against Deathstroke since, well, Deathstroke is basically a hunter?
Yes, yes, but certain events are necessary.
I think they should have done like Deadshot Roadrunner.
Yeah, why not?
Yes.
I like this idea, but was Mr. Ranger there?
Oh.
I gotta look this up.
or they could have done Speedy Gonzalez versus Coyote.
Was Boo Boo in this one? In the Ranger?
No, Speedy Gonzalez versus the Reverse Flash.
Speedy Gonzalez versus the Reverse Flash.
It just felt super lazy. Even I know that.
It was me, Speedy. It was me, Speedy. I called ice.
Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, there you go.
No, I just, hey, yo, boo boo. This Deathstroke's a pain in the ass. What do we do? But Yogi, Mr. Ranger, sent Deathstroke after you. He's highly dangerous. Hey, shut up, boo boo. I'll take that son of a bitch out as quick as I can. You watch and see.
Because he's stronger and smarter than the average bear.
See, I'm gonna show him I'm the best there is at what I do. It's not even Wolverine.
Oh wow, this one came so tiny.
This one was terrible.
Yeah, it was. It really just slapped you in the
sucked.
face with what they wanted to do.
I like the idea of Huckleberry Hound and Jon Stewart, but no.
Yeah, because in this world they bring in just really doesn't feel creative, and it kind of doesn't make sense. I mean, this is a world with talking dogs. This is why I don't like these kinds of stories.
It was
Get too serious with crazy elements.
Huckleberry Hound was never a hippie. Huckleberry Hound was a sheriff.
Yeah, I mean, clearly Huckleberry Hound was just being a self-insert for the writer.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Of course, and it showed.
But look, part 2 of 4 of
Squirrel
Secret
again.
Squirrel.
Well, the Secret Squirrel saga continues.
A secret
Yes.
Squirrel
Excelsior!
saga,
True believers? I'm
Yeah.
Stan Lee, and I'm here to
Yes.
tell you about Secret
My-
Squirrel in
I
a
always knew
DC
there
book.
was more to Secret Squirrel.
Yeah, by issue 3, he's gonna be grabbed for flashing to the mobs of people all over the city. But
Magilla Gorilla Nightwing. Wow, my goodness. Maybe Grodd's in that one. I didn't read any of these. I didn't buy any of these. I looked at the covers. I snickered at the covers, flipped a couple through, and just never really.
I did not read this one. Did you, Fenrir?
I'll admit, I'll be honest with you, Nick, I did not.
Okay. I actually
Yeah,
don't
sorry.
mind this idea here of Nightwing and McGill.
Yeah. Secret
I
Squirrel
actually
should
don't
be,
mind
would-
the idea.
Oh no, but Secret Squirrel should team up with Detective Chimp, or maybe McGill should team up with Detective Chimp.
Blobby. That's a good idea.
I guess, but maybe Detective Chimp made it in there somewhere. Huh? He made it on Batman Brave and the Bold. Remember?
Yes. Superman.
Top Cat. All right, now they're just reaching out. I mean, that is just.
I didn't read this one, so I don't know.
Oh boy.
I know, right? Obviously, you had JMD Mateus involved. I'm aware of that.
He's a weirdo.
I don't like the way they drew Top Cat.
They all look different. I mean,
yeah, they all look different. They're DC versions, but when they do the Looney Tune or the Hanna-Barbera, they do get them right for those.
Yeah, it looks
Their
like
designs in
book.
DC are hit or miss.
It looks
We'll see.
like,
right.
Yeah, it looks like the Puss in Boots of Shrek. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. The same eyes, the same kind of style. Yeah, doesn't work for me.
Fair call.
So that was the last of these covers, but
Interesting, fun to look at them.
there is one other book I want to show off with this series. Give me 1 second here.
We'll throw it off, Rooney. Come on, Rooney. You got any books for me? All right. Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.
All right, now I bought this series
Future
for a while.
Quest freaking ruled, bro.
I bought this series for a while. I didn't get them all. I think I got the first 4 or 5 or 6 of them, and I meant to get them all. Because it's got look, you got Johnny Quest and
Dude, you gotta finish the thing. It is worth it. Seriously, I'm a huge Johnny Quest fan. I literally breathed the whole thing, and I loved it. Loved how they did.
Go.
Yes, I need to get it all. How many issues was this thing?
11.
12.
12 of them. Yeah. I'm gonna just go ahead and look at them one of these days. Like I said, I bought it for a while. I don't know what just to kind of stop. I mean, what's to say? Jess Parker can write the nostalgia stuff pretty well. They got the Herculoids for goodness sake.
Well, actually,
You got
there was
Space
another 12 issues of what they called Future Quest Presents.
It was this way to build the rest of the universe they have, and more bring a lot more of Hanna-Barbera elements into it. It's pretty good.
Frankenstein Jr. and the Impossibles.
They also had this comic book crossover with DC with the Doctor. They had this crossover with DC Doctor. Crap! I can't even remember the character after Tom King grabbed him. My mind pretty much erased him forever.
Fudd.
Dr. Send? From Johnny Quest, you mean, or Dr. What?
No.
What's
Crap! Why can't my mind remember him?
Future Quest was his face goes cool.
Dr. Crap.
Dr. Crap. That's it.
Because
Dr. Crap. I
Dr.
knew
Crap.
it was Dr. Crap. Yeah, I knew it.
After since Tom King grabbed him and made him into what he is, I mean, my mind kind of blocks him for good.
Did he ruin Mr. Miracle or something?
No, it's not Mr. Miracle.
He
It's,
also did Strange Adventures too.
yes, Doctor.
And he butchered Adam
Strange?
and Alana Strange.
Adam Strange. Yeah, they had a crossover with Adam Strange.
Oh man,
A lot of
It
callbacks
wasn't
to the.
Tom King wasn't involved in that. I'm trying to think what that was that Adam Strange was involved, but dude,
No, I like Adam
Seriously?
Strange.
It felt like
read
Tom King. I mean,
They're
they made Ilana into a whore, wanted to cheat on him, and with Mr. Terrific, and pretty much
well, yeah,
made
that was the Tom King
Adam into a
series.
super depressed
wait a minute. I found one
moron.
more.
That was all Tom King series. That was
Yeah.
All right, oh, here we go. Yeah, here you go. Johnny Quest, Adam Strange. Oh shit, what's up,
Yeah,
TZ? How
okay.
you doing, sir?
Adam Strange. Okay, yes,
That's Justin
Hanna-Barbera.
Castro.
Where did you see that?
Yeah,
before?
it was a really good story, and from what I get, this is around the time of the Rand Denegarian War because there's a lot of callbacks to that there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Quest and Future Quest and Adam Strange. That's a good idea. I don't like that particularly like that look for Adam, but cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm disappointed the Future Quest never went anywhere, but at the same time, I'm very happy because these characters are not being touched.
You're happy for what it gave you.
Yeah. It's a fair cop.
Yes.
It's a fair cop, but society is to blame.
Indeed.
To blame. No, I remember wanting to read this one because I knew Jeff Parker was involved in it, and obviously he's got this. I think this is Steve Lieber on the pencils on this one. Steve Lieber's okay, so he gets the job done. I would say he's great, but he gets the job done. So I would have been willing to check this one out, but sadly I just never got around to this one. I like the concept though. I do like the concept of Adam Strange and Johnny Quest. I could actually get with this one. I could really get behind this one.
Yes. It works, sir. It works.
What other ones you got, Casta?
Oh, that's it for now that I've been able to find.
That's it for now.
Well done, Cast.
Thank you,
Fine
sir.
job.
Thank you,
I think
thank
we
you,
found a
thank
few-
you, thank you.
I think we found a few books to go do some reading on, and I think ultimately this is probably one of the better things to do. I'm certainly have no desires to go look at anything Marvel, DC are putting out now, but these backlogs have good stuff that are just waiting to be plundered if you know where to look and if you're patient
You
enough.
said plundered. Plundered. I don't know why it's a funny word for me. That Beavis and Butthead's got me in the mood lately for all.
Been watching it? Are you caught up? I'm not
I
caught
got
up yet.
one more.
Dude,
one more.
I got about 4 or 5 to catch up, but I'm afraid to watch them because I watched one the other day that made me laugh so much I thought I was going to go to the emergency room. I mean, I couldn't stop. It was killing me. I was trying to keep quiet for I didn't want to wake my son up in the other room. And I was like, I was hurting, so I'm laughing so much. It was like, this is going to kill me.
Mike Judge is the last remaining funny man in Hollywood.
Mike Judge is brilliant. I mean, it's too funny. It might be dangerously funny. I mean, it's like, I can't. I'll tell you the one I'm telling you about without getting spoilers. It was called Virtual Stupidity.
Yeah, dude, this new season's been really good. It's been so good.
Yes,
I love
Beavis. I am fire.
They put on those glasses. And they thought they were in a video game. They thought they were in a video game, remember? Because they thought it was an Oculus. Because they saw the guy showing the dude, like, you put those glasses on and immerses you in a video game. Like, they picked a couple of sunglasses off the shelf next to it. Whoa, it looks real. And they went around doing horrible shit because they thought they were in a video game. Oh, I was about to, dude, thinking about it makes me want to kill myself laughing. It's so funny, man. I was like,
I mean, they're just so stupid.
It was so good.
Can't stop.
I like the old man concept that they got going on with that, with old Beavis and old Butthead. That is hilarious. And then especially when they was it Beavis that needs a liver, and they call back their they run into one of their old like, I wouldn't say he's a friend, but he's just someone who
Victims.
they happen to know from when they were a lot younger. He was that kid who wore
Let's be honest.
the winger shirt, blonde haired guy.
Let's be honest. Anyone who's known them since childhood is pretty much a victim, not a friend. It's a victim.
It's true. Chat, help us out here. We got 17 in the chat. One of you has to know that kid's name. Who's the kid with the blonde hair with the winger shirt. Stewart. Thank you, D Bud. He
Stewart,
got there you go.
I'd like to see Daria come
Stewart.
back for one. Diarrhea.
See?
Diarrhea.
She was
Diarrhea.
only for the movie. She was only for the movie in this small cameo.
Yeah, TZ right here. He's like, I'm not your friend. And like, even though he gave up his own body part to save his life, and they're still like, this liver sucks.
Wow.
Oh my god, man! It's dangerously funny. How about the one when they couldn't? Beavis locked the door so they couldn't get into their house.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that was hilarious.
Or the whole one where they tried making honey with wasps instead of actual bees.
It was like that. Oh god! I was like, I'm dying. I said, this is dangerous. It's gonna kill me. Man. It's too funny.
I gotta go
So
watch
funny,
the rest
man.
of these because like I think I've only watched the first like 2.
I love how they pick on YouTube videos and TikToks and stuff.
Oh, dude.
That's just that's the modern day
that was the
equivalent of music
thing.
videos.
That was the
you're
thing
right.
that always worried me the most before watching. They were bringing the modern day elements and things, but seeing the way they do it, it's great.
Yeah, they did it was
That
brilliant.
making fun of the ASMRC stuff with the whispering.
Oh, that was killing me.
amazing.
So what you are saying is that I should actually pay for Paramount Plus?
I have to
Pablo?
admit, dude, I only do because I have to review Trek. But yeah, that's that.
Look, Pablo, look, you and me both know that there are other ways, that there are waves of the oceans that can be explored that do not need to be brought.
Yes, but we should also not forget to support the good stuff.
Yeah, there are some
That's true.
companies that I actually am paying for the service because I like what they are doing. Even though I know HBO Max will have that Scooby-Doo catastrophe, I'm watching
There's good
House of
stuff
the
on there,
Dragon
man.
there. When I work out,
Yeah.
I was watching Primal. Now I'm watching Harvey Bierman. I have a ton of good stuff there. So, and here in Ecuador, it's like $5 a month,
It's not
which
bad.
is it's actually really good. But I can get Paramount Plus for $2. The thing is,
wow.
Go for it. man.
I have almost all the episodes of South Park that I like downloaded. I also have some of the episodes from South Park that are banned everywhere. So if you want to see the Super Good Friends, that is one of the appearances of Mohammed. And there you actually have Mohammed on the show being a superhero because why not?
Muhammad.
Yeah, I have it. I have a full repository of South Park, but Beavis and Butthead and some other stuff, I'm hearing that is really good. Should I give
No, it's
them
great.
$2?
I can't tell you what you should or shouldn't do, but you should watch the movie first, then watch the new episodes because it's
Yeah, start with
I
the
mean,
movie.
It's
at your own risk though, because you laugh so much when it hurts.
Okay.
It's
so
called
funny.
Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe.
Oh,
Start
man,
there
so good.
and then go into the episodes. It's great.
Beavis and Butthead go to space camp.
Oh god, it was so funny. And
Okay, I need to watch it.
and
I
they
mean,
do-
the whole,
Don't you
all
like
of
this? No, go ahead, man. I was
the
just gonna
fact
say-
they went to. Oh, sorry, dude. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Beavis and Butthead in 2022. Is that enough said? But go ahead. But go ahead.
I mean, the fact that they literally go to space because they were able to put something through a hole is just flabbergasting. I mean, truly, they have. Sure, definitely, they had the biggest amount of training than anyone else. But I just, you know what? But come on.
we have right
I was
privilege.
just-
I think my favorite
That was my
We
favorite
have
joke.
privilege.
I think my favorite bit was where the guy where they're watching the YouTube video, the guy like collecting the soot to make prison tattoos.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, I remember now.
But if you didn't take my XLT box,
Oh god, the white privilege stuff can't. I don't think that can be. I don't know if they're ever going to quite top that.
But above all things,
Oh, I
you know
know.
what was my favorite? What was my favorite joke above everything? I am Cornholio. I need TP for my butthole.
It's classic.
Speaking
It's
of
the classics,
the
dude.
cornhole. It's how about the fact that they got a whole prison riled up about wanting TP for their bungholes.
What?
Bungholes.
Well, let's be honest.
Explain yourself, gentlemen.
With all the things happening in the showers, I obviously need something softer to make it soft.
Okay, I need
Okay,
to watch
to
this.
yeah, to just make it real
Yes,
simple.
please.
It's like it's like
yes,
Ernest.
yes. Oh, dude.
Yeah, it's
I'm
great,
so
man.
glad that they brought in the neighbor back with the voice and all. I loved that
Anderson, yeah.
so
Anderson.
much.
Good boys. He's such a dumbass. He's always he trusts him. Little
Oh,
boys
yeah.
don't lie to me like
Especially
that.
they got stuck on his roof. The episode where they got stuck on his roof. I was like, are you kidding me? Of course they got stuck on his roof.
Oh, did you guys
whacking
see?
off my trailer?
Did you guys see the episode with fire? Literally
Yes.
fire where
Oh,
that
yeah.
was
Yes.
insane.
it actually tries to help Beavis get his life together and better, but he just
That was
throws it away the
insane.
second he realizes he's actually trying to help him. God, the way these characters are done.
That's so weird. Great stuff.
Oh,
Great show.
It has been such a great no. I gotta catch up, get my last done. Now I'm gonna make sure I watch it tomorrow. I'm so excited because it's been such a fun time watching this show, and I've been having such a blast with it. It's so nice to be able to like between Primal season 2. Like it's been awesome to have like not only just good shows but good cartoons to enjoy. So I'm just like, yes.
Primal
I
ended.
gotta watch that.
Primal
And,
ended beautifully.
When you do finish all up, it's worth going back and revisiting the Venture Brothers again because that show is so worth the revisit.
Oh yeah.
If you have
I've already
HBO
finished.
Max, if you have HBO Max, you can actually watch a lot of old school shows. They have Teen Titans that I'm watching is considerably better than anything that they are making right now. I'm watching the X-Men cartoon that for some reason is there, X-Men Evolution. I'm watching a couple of Adult Swim shows, and this Sunday I'm watching the extended edition of Return of the King. Since the tragedy from Amazon is finally over, I have been watching one of the extended movies. Every a couple of episodes of the Lord of the Flies from Amazon. That is a really good way to just clean yourself from all the stuff. So I'm happy having that. I'm really happy having access to all that content. That is something that I will not say a couple of years ago. It's crazy thinking that now I'm enjoying having some services.
Yeah, Pablo, that's awesome. It's good you get to enjoy these things and
Awesome. He's
shows you once again,
conforming.
it
He's
holds
becoming
up.
a conformist.
No, if you think about it, I hate what they are doing with Disney Plus. So I do not support Disney Plus. I do not support Amazon. But sometimes I watch the stuff, especially with Primal. When I was watching that series, I was like, "This is worth my money. This is really worth my money." It's a strange feeling. This year
Dude.
we have had some interestingly good content.
Nick,
Dude. Currently only Vince here. Currently only watching A's. Dude, Vince, that's a great way to be.
Sounds
No,
like me.
if you can make an exception for Beavis and Butthead, worth it. If not, if you stick with those, I will not argue because that's worth it. That's totally worth it. All right, Caster, what do you got for me? Sorry, dude. Shout out to Principal of the Rainbow Knight, by the way.
Hey.
And yes, Invader Zim was
Yes.
good. I've even read some of the comics; those are good too.
I'm just like
Caster.
you haven't seen the Venture Brothers. Oh shit! It is
Dude,
like
I just finished
or
season 1 to
Herculoids.
4. It's great.
it's
I
on
mean,
HBO
the
Max.
little
It is
little
legitimately
callbacks.
It is legitimately like one of the best cartoons ever made.
I mean, for frick's sake, dude, Rusty literally wrote a letter to the Herculoids calling them pussies for not being on Vietnam. You just don't do that.
Yeah, basically, it's like if Johnny Quest grew up, but he's still trapped in that world of like the superheroes and the like super scientists and evil villains and like.
Isn't Johnny literally a drug addict in Venture Bros?
Yes.
I say that knowing the truth.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not surprised.
the Ray Spannon stand-in character, Brooke Simpson, is like one of the most kill-happy guys.
He's a
He kills a guy
psychopath.
shoving his own finger up his butt.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a psychopath. He's a psychopath.
It got
Don't forget-
season, it got better as it went on.
Yeah, don't forget they also beat the crap out of the Scooby Gang.
Is there any
Well-
access I can watch to it via my Roku tomorrow after I finish Beavis and Butthead?
HBO Max, or it's on HBO Max.
What is?
The Venture Brothers.
Is it
If you
on
don't
there?
wish
Oh,
to, Nick, if you don't wish to
Oh,
utilize
I have
HBO
HBO
Max, all you have to do is
I
give
have
a call to
HBO
a
Max.
friend.
Like
I have
I
HBO
gotta
Max.
say, as good as Primal is, I think I still like Venture Brothers better.
Really?
Oh, Venture
room
Brothers
for
is
like-
better.
Oh.
It is better.
I need to watch it.
No, Venture Brothers is better.
I haven't seen it in a while, but it was a good show. Yeah. Good look.
Yeah.
I'm a Tartakovsky
Oh,
lover, but Venture Brothers is better.
It's
So-
a shame that HBO Max is basically going bankrupt.
Yeah.
Oh,
So Stephen
is.
Colbert plays the professor, or plays the Mr. Fantastic stand-in.
That's too bad. I hate it.
Professor Impossible.
Yes.
I hate him, but I'll watch it anyway.
Oh yeah, no, it's like
I'm
there's
He's
a
like
lot of good
every
voice work.
stereotype of Reed Richards done to 100.
The Human Torch is in constant pain when he's in touching oxygen
That
because
makes
he's on
sense.
fire. So the whole
That-
time he's just screaming.
That makes sense. Oh,
The Invisible Girl literally can only
What do
turn
you
her
got,
skin
Pablo?
invisible.
You made me remember on Dexter's Lab, they had that superhero team. That
The
was basically the
super-
Avengers.
Right.
But
With the infractable Krunk and the guy who was like a Van Halen with
The
the
Justice
guitar.
Friends.
yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, Justice Friends.
And Major Glory.
Major Glory, yeah. Major Glory, the infractable Krunk.
Yeah, they
And
also
who's
had
the guy
this
on the guitar, who's like Thor, but with a guitar.
Van
Yeah,
Halen.
that-
They also had these. They had a lot more members in Powerpuff Girls, if I remember correctly.
was a shared universe between Dexter's Lab and the Powerpuff?
Oh yeah.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah,
Yes.
they did crossovers here and there. Small
How you
ones, but
going,
here and
Tim
there.
Talk? Nice to see you.
Mind blown.
You never saw. I mean, literally in some episodes of Powerpuff Girls, you could literally see Dexter on the background.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Which then also had a crossover with the cartoon Time Squad.
Yes, Time Squad was something
I
else.
remember him. Him was a very fascinating character on.
Oh
He had
yeah.
that voice on Powerpuff Girls.
He was like Satan, but
But with
A gay
with the
guy.
tutu.
Yeah, he
With
was
the
gay
tutu.
Satan.
Yeah,
That
he's-
was
oh, yeah.
literally the joke. He was grabby, so he had pincers instead of hands.
you know,
Yeah.
as a kid, you know, there's this. Remember the episode where they basically go to hell? That was that guy was dressed like a pimp walking his dog. When I was as a kid, I never got it. When I was an adult, I'm wondering, was it actually a dog?
Dude, those cartoons were completely crazy.
Because
Dexter
He was
lit-
dressed like a pimp.
yeah, Dexter literally hires a hooker to act as his sister.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah, the freaking hooker. And there was no innuendo. You knew what the hell was going on. Even as a kid, I knew something was off here.
Yeah. You know what? After this conversation, all I need is a bowl of cereal because I'm thinking about cartoons.
Right? There was
Yeah.
you also had the Gangrene Gang, Gangrene Gang. Of course you had Mojo Jojo.
Fuzzy Lumpkins.
Fuzzy, yeah.
The literal hillbilly of the
yeah.
There are so many good characters.
who literally
Powerpuff Girls
banged
had good villains.
and married
Yeah.
dirt.
They had the feminist villain
Oh yeah, they did.
who only
Yeah, and
wants
you know
to
what's
know
so
never
good
come
about
out
this
today.
She actually got the shit beat out of her because she was a hypocrite. They actually show the truth. Not everyone has an excuse to actually be. They are. Sometimes people are just
Red.
assholes who take advantage.
Steppy. Oh, dude, Ren and Stimpy is hilarious. They
I
were
haven't seen
such
that in years. I barely remember it.
obnoxious. They're obnoxious assholes to each
Yeah,
other.
there
Is
was
what
this
Ren and Stimpy
cartoon
were.
on MTV, Big Head.
I remember that.
That guy that had an alien on his head, and that's why he had Marge Simpson kind of school. You know, that was really good. MTV used to have a lot of crazy stuff. South Park
Aeon
started
Flux.
Oh,
there.
Cow and Chicken. Anyone here ever seen Cow and Chicken?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's true.
It's me.
They
the
literally
red,
had the
the
only
red guy.
Guys,
they had the only version of Satan that actually beat the Powerpuff Girls one.
I remember. You know what? Gwen is right here with this comment. She nailed it with this comment about the secretary.
They never showed her. They never showed her. They never showed us her face.
No,
because
they never.
that's the
No,
That's
they
the
never show
joke
her
she's
face.
writing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never see her face, but she is the brains of the operation. The mayor
Yeah.
is a complete idiot. So basically, she's thinking everything and she's doing everything, but she's still a trophy. That was the whole joke. And one of the writers of that character was Lauren Faust, that later went to do Foster Home for
foster home
Imaginary
for
Friends.
memories, friends,
Yeah,
My Little
and
Pony. Yeah, she's the legend.
she put that cocaine joke. Every time the kid will eat any sugar, he will get in a coke trip. So basically, he becomes addict and he starts attacking people and everything. And then she goes to do My Little Pony, and she inserts a lot of stupid jokes like there's the ending of episode 4 of Star Wars episode 4 of New Hope, or Star Wars the first Star Wars ever. Okay, basically that ceremony is done on the second episode of the second season, frame by frame. Not joking. Is you have a whole episode for the tribbles from Star Trek. You have a lot of those jokes. That was her. When she goes to a show, randomly she inserts a lot of crazy stuff, and then she leaves, and the show goes
Yeah.
to shit after that. But when she is there, it's amazing.
Yeah, she's great.
I mean, they had John DeLance basically playing Q.
Yes. They have in My Little Pony, they have a Doctor Who pony, literal the Doctor as the 10th Doctor as
If
a
I
pony.
remember, he was more of a background guy, right?
Yeah, there's if you see in one of the scenes, you actually can see the dude from the Big Lebowski, and you can see all the characters from the Big Lebowski playing balls. They are.
I mean, you can also even see the guys from that Samuel Jackson movie. What was it called? The English motherfucker. What was it called?
Pulp Fiction. Yeah, you can see
Pulp
the people
Fiction.
from
You can
Pulp
see them there.
Fiction. You have references to snakes in a plane. Dude, no joking. Those shows are really crazy geeky, but for some reason people didn't pay attention that much on the amount
To the
of
details.
yeah. And one of the girls that did the voice of Twilight, Sparkle or something like that, then made a reference to an adult video on a YouTube random video. Just literally is her in character as the pony from a kids show talking dirty, just because. So the people that made those shows were crazy. I don't know what happened with television.
They're insane.
They're nuts. They're absolutely nuts. It showed, but boy, did it translate into some great entertainment for us.
What happened
Boy,
with
did we
television,
benefit
really?
from that.
The writers, the creators stopped being fun. They stopped taking the magical juice. They stopped riding the ponies. They stopped sniffing the rainbow maker.
Hey, if they need any inspiration, I have Colombia just a couple of hours. I can get them stuff.
Oh, I bet you can. I don't doubt it.
Want some inspiration? I can get you a couple of kilos.
I'm sure you can.
It's gonna be a long walk. You
For
might need to get some
just for the
marching powder.
information, we are not associated with him in any way. We just speak to him. We have no
Everybody knows
idea.
I'm making a joke. I won't go to Colombia to that. You have Mexico down the border.
How you doing, holy hand grenades?
Hey,
No, thank you. The Mexican stuff is too expensive. You gotta go even further to get it a little bit cheap because you just can't go straight to the big stuff. You gotta lower the price a little bit. Stupid.
So you basically grown child can sell it to people?
Calcium.
I mean,
Yep.
Calcium. Oh. Nick
How
looks like the salmon. What? Are you talking about Flint Marco or are you talking about ECW?
he's talking about the Sandman of Sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're tired, aren't we all?
I'm getting there, but I've got another 15 minutes in me, so we're good for another 15 minutes.
I don't
Let's
know.
be
You
honest.
got me in a
So-
trip for old school cartoons, and now I
Good.
can. Yeah.
So what have you guys been reading this week?
What I read this week, besides obviously do a power bomb. I'm trying to think what else did I read.
I've been going back old school. I've been reading the old Wizard stuff, the old Wiz stuff from the original Captain Marvel stuff. I gotta say, it is a crazy yet interesting universe that he used to have. I mean, it's just insane. I know comic books are supposed to be the embodiment of insanity, but the stuff they did, my God.
Yeah. Yeah, they was crazy stuff. If you talk about the Golden Age ones, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
They
gonna
built
be
their own
starting this
Oh.
from the Critical Drinker.
Critical Drinker.
Nice.
Yeah, Dark Harvest. I'm starting it tomorrow, so I'll be starting that tomorrow. So I cannot wait. I'm excited about this. So yeah, once again, I want to see what is going on within our sphere and see what our guys are up to. Also, I'm expecting in a few days. What book is it? Inglorious Rex from Shane Davis. I'm expecting that in a few days. I'm really excited about that. So he did say on his Indiegogo he is sending out copies, so I should be getting a copy really soon for that. Yes, yeah, Vince is like, ooh, actual books. Yes.
Books.
So I'm looking forward to reading Inglorious Rex. I will do a review for that. I will absolutely do a review for Inglorious Rex. Blah 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 blah. Who's Will Jordan? Don't know.
Don't know.
That's good. That was good. That was
Go
good.
away
D-Bud.
now.
Oh
Go
yeah,
away
right.
now.
D-Bud's on it with the jokes tonight. I love it.
Let's see.
I'm trying to think what else have I read this week that has been like holy macaroni. My reading levels at pop-up books. Are they good pop-up books? Because I'm with that. I'm just saying, I'm with that, man. I'm with that. I'm with that.
I started reading Fables.
Yeah, what you did mention that. Tell us about what do you think about Fables so far?
I mean, I'm a bit of a sucker for people kind of playing with all those fairy tales and doing this and telling stories with them. I like some of the Zine Scope stuff that did that as well. But it's been a book that's always been kind of on my radar of something I was meaning to get to, and especially after the Wolf Among Us video games that were based on the comic. It's what Bill Williams?
Yeah, the new game's coming out soon.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a couple of months from now.
So I figured I'd go check it out and see how good one of the more notable Vertigo books was, and I'm like 25, 26 issues into it now. So yeah, I'm enjoying myself. I'm devouring it as I go.
Bill Willingham, huh?
Yep.
Gwem Stacy says, the old Rick Veitch comic Brat Pack. Are you reading Max Immortal next, or what, Gwem? And no, they don't know. Malibu is not I don't think this. Malibu hasn't been around for quite some time, if I remember right. But I'm always reading just digging up old random comics, reading some old stuff here and there. So, some superheroes mixed with monster stuff because of the time.
Well,
Because
next
of the month
week
it is.
we're reading Monsters.
Yeah.
That is going to be fun. And Holy Hand Grenades, I want to highlight your comment here. Shane Kicks Ass, who's packaging on stream yesterday, he keeps saying he's nervous to know what people think. Well, I'm going to keep it real when I read it. I'm going to be honest because that's what I got to do. And I'm going to try keywords. I'm going to try to reach out to him, see if I can get him on here. I would like to get him on here so we could talk about the book after I've read it. Maybe get his take in case maybe there's something I don't understand, or maybe what I see versus what he's trying to tell me. I would definitely love to get his perspective on things. So just saying, I would like to get him on here, and I think that would be fun. I know the man knows how to party. I know he knows how to hang. So I think it would be very fun to get Shane Davis on. So we shall see if I can.
Oh, man. It would probably be just another Dave Altaib kind of video. That was great.
Oh, dude, what when Gabe El Taib came on here and did that powerhouse stuff, that was unforgettable.
It started a new level for us that we have yet to beat.
Yeah, Holy Hand Grenades. I will once I invite him on after I've read the book, I will reach out to him. So I think he'd do it. So it'll be fun. Either way. The guy knows how to party, knows how to hang. I think he would jive off of us very well. And since it's Wakazashi, shouldn't you be calling them kaiju instead of monsters?
Yeah.
D-Butt, what good things have you yet to drink tonight? Because you are on it tonight with the jokes.
Yeah. D-Butt's reading
Seriously.
some Conan Epic collections. No, yeah, D-Butt, you're right.
Speaking of Conan collections, I'm waiting for my Conan collection from the French. Was it the French market? Yeah, I'm still waiting for mine.
Oh, wait, on a trade or an omnibus?
Yeah, I'm waiting for a collected edition.
Nice.
of it. Yeah,
The Sumerian.
Yeah, the Sumerian. They call it in
okay.
America. It had to be released as the Sumerian, which
Yes,
of
can't
course.
tell because they're having issues.
There's my.
Oh yeah, let's zoom in on your cover. Yeah.
Wow, nice.
Oh yeah.
By Crom.
Crom and Ishtar.
Oh yes. I'm
It's
with
one of those
it.
books I can't just go flipping willy nilly on screen.
Oh, I know.
Joe.
Oh, one thing I did read is from Image. I read Junkyard Joe from Jeff Johns and Gary Frank. And that's based off the character from the Geiger-based universe, which it looks like they're calling the Unnamed. It's the first issue. It looks like Junkyard Joe is a mini-series from what it sounds like. And I mentioned when I showed off the covers here, I think a few weeks ago, 2 weeks ago maybe. And I told my friend to buy Samir Clay, as you should. How are you, Sleazy05, 005? Nice to meet you. I don't feel like I've seen you here before.
Get Elric.
But what was I going? Where was I going with
Your friend Junkyard Joe?
Oh, Junkyard Joe. Geiger was a good book, and then Junkyard Joe is the first character that they're expanding off of from that whole particular universe from Johns and Frank. And I remember when he showed up a few weeks ago, there was that black and white. If you bought the black and white edition, half the money that went to vets. And there's 2 specific charities name dropped and everything to who it went to. So I actually finally got around to reading it, and it's pretty emotional story, which is shocking because it's a mini series. So I don't know what it'll be of going forward, but basically, Junkyard Joe is a robot who basically joins the army. And when he joins the army, he understands and tries to comprehend lifestyle of camaraderie in the military, and he gets attached to that concept. But Junkyard Joe is nearly motionless until he sees what happens when his military guys are messed with. And Junkyard Joe is not so happy of a robot anymore. And it's actually really well told. I can't believe they made a story about a bunch of dudes in the army and a robot all connect and be heartfelt and be very brutal all at the same time. So I'm definitely curious about issue number 2 to see what's going to happen next with it. But I like what I've got on Junkyard Joe. I really like it. And it definitely gives me some more added context to what I was reading out of Geiger with the creator of Junkyard Joe, aka Muddy Davis. So I'm looking forward to reading it. I'm having fun, and seems like it's gonna be a story that's fun and deep at the same time. So I am definitely paying attention to that one. And Gwen says Uber by Kieran Gillen. I know I'm not familiar with Uber. I know my buddy Lord
Neither
Thoth
am I.
likes Once and Future from Kieran Gillen. Thoth has raved about that one. What's the one I did read from Kieran? I liked. I didn't finish it, but I read it. Oh, The Wicked and the Divine. I read the first 2 trades on that one. That was actually really interesting. The art's not my style, but story-wise, I was actually really fascinating. I was really fascinated by the story on that one.
He was working on one of the runs of X-Men. I was really into it. I liked his work.
Yeah, I really like The Wicked and the Divine. Like I said, artworks, I'm not really wild on it, but story-wise, I was really all in on the story. And here you go, Gen Xer. He said, I like the way it sounds. Junkyard Joe. That's what you wanna. Yeah, I hear Once and Future is great. Apparently, that's a big book that's been doing very well for Boom.
It's pretty good. It's an amazing take on the King Arthur story.
So yeah, it shows to see. Yeah, there's every now and then there's a few gems out there, and even though I have not read it, I hear, and yes, this is a Marvel book. I hear Moon Knight has been a good book. I've heard plenty of people at my shop say that too. I know Lord Thoth has been saying good things about it too, but that definitely seems to be a book that people have actually stuck around for and been enjoying and reading. So just going off of LT and what others are saying, Moon Knight seems to be a big deal. Trying to think what other books. Oh, I've mentioned it before, but I'll mention it again. Firepower from Kirkman and Samney is great. The fact that you have a family and martial arts and fireballs and snakes and ninjas, dude. I'm just saying, it's a fun family book, and it's, I don't know, I'm having a delightful time with it. I'm having a very delightful time with it. So
I'm looking forward to
that one.
I'm looking forward to there's from Titan Comics a Kamen Rider comic coming out.
Yes, there is. I'm gonna give that a shot when that comes out.
Yep. So it is a comic that's something of a sequel to a 50 episode series, but they're largely fairly standalone, and I feel like they should be able to. People should be able to jump into a number one without feeling the need to try to catch up on all the baggage. And plus, Titan is just winning a lot of my money lately. Like, I am really pleased with the stuff they're putting out, so I'm looking forward to that.
Well, we gotta pay attention to Titan mode, especially when Conan comes out. We will talk about that on here. We will talk about that. Oh yes, we will.
Yeah, there's one thing that still doesn't want to get out of my mind. How Dexter literally just hired a hooker, man. Come on, I just can't get out of the mind. Especially now as an adult. As a kid, I didn't really see the flags, but now as an adult, everything in there was just a bunch of red flags. They knew what they were doing.
I've heard this. I've heard a lot of this too. I've heard a lot of this one. Sleazy 005 says, I really like There has actually been that book has actually gotten a good buzz. Is the current Ghost Rider, which is Johnny Blaze. I'm very well aware it's Johnny Blaze. Apparently, it's supposed to be like very heavy metal with some dashes of horror in it. And I was like, interesting. I can actually see those two elements mixing well with Blaze. So yeah, apparently that is a big book. And Gwen, she mentioned Hickman's East of West. I've not read East of West myself, but my buddy Matt from Foulball Productions, not a YouTube channel out there. I'm not sure how well familiar you are with a lot of us in this whole sphere, but Matt was reading it and he loved it and he read it up until the end. And Hickman definitely seems like the type of guy that I would enjoy his stuff more on the indie side of things. So I can believe that. Oh, Sleazy says last year she's a supporter. Oh, okay. Let's see. I guess there are every now and then the gems that somehow the company can hold on to that people latch on to. Yes, no, JT Gunn, check out Junkyard Joe. Are you all being good in here? Define good, Eric K. Shout out to Eric K in the chat.
Eric K. Eric K. The Bronze Richard.
Eric K, the dude with the K.
He is the Eric K.
I still think it's Eric Cartman.
Dude, Eric Cartman is gay. I'm serious. And I'm not saying it just because it's the fad. But if you go back to episodes from way back and how much he gets himself attached to Butters.
Well, he did also play a lot with that, like, inflatable man doll his mom had in the basement.
Yeah. If anyone is, it's him. If anyone should have just been announced that to begin with, it should have been him.
Dude, the worst part, have you seen the COVID specials?
Oh, dude, I watched one and they were not so good. Maybe I'll give it a shot again, but
He's got a set of tits now.
Oh, no. Those are the Streaming Wars specials, and those actually are really good. But the COVID specials, Carmen basically becomes a Jew in the future.
Oh, he became a full rabbi.
Yeah, exactly. He's really... he has kids and everything.
Every single kid has the most stereotypical Jewish name you can think of.
Yes.
Wow.
I was laughing my ass off.
Kyle,
I'll give it a shot again.
I would dedicate myself to decades
of
study of the Torah just to mess with you.
And that's the thing, you actually can believe he would do that because everything you've seen about the character proves that he has the determination and mental capacity to actually do all of that.
Oh, yeah, don't mess with the purists, man. They will come for you. It's Tolkien, not Token. Unless that's a joke that I'm not missing. I'm just wondering.
Actually, yeah, that's a joke on the 25th
on South Park.
The black kid is always has always been token black. So
yeah, we always thought.
Yeah, basically we have been mishearing his name this whole time, and the times that is written is written token because Carmen is an asshole. He's not token. He's Tolkien.
Literally
his
named
name
after
is
the
Tolkien.
writer.
His name is Tolkien Black. But people call him Token.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the whole joke. He's Tolkien.
Oh, I remember Tolkien.
Yeah, like the writer for The Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his real name. That's the whole joke. They were making fun of Amazon's The Lord of the Rings, way before anybody else. They literally make the whole thing of talking from the black perspective, and it's basically that. It's one of the best episodes they have had in 20 years.
Okay, I'll give it a second shot. You've got my attention. I'll give it a second shot. But Guys, I'm gonna be that bearer of bad news. I know. You see it coming, but this is gonna be the part where we call it a night. But next week, next Friday, as you know, we will be talking Marvel team ups 36, 37, 12, Tomb of Dracula 1, Werewolf by Night number 18. We'll go a full 3.5 hour show. We'll have Wakazashi's Tea House as a guest. We'll do extra drinking. So we'll make sure it's a longer show. We're gonna do full on reviews, and we got a lot of new faces here too. So this is great. So I get to explain this. We get to go full in depth on our thoughts on each individual comic. I let everyone have the floor, take as much time as they need. So you got your panel here, and then with Wakazashi, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a blast. There'll be a lot of drinks to be had, and we're gonna have a fun time talking some cool monsters and comic books. So it's gonna be amazing. Yeah, Iron Castle will have the moonshine. I'll have the whiskey. But seriously, guys, shout out to Brian Yoder earlier for the network donation. Wherever that man is, hopefully he's resting well after his night of drinking. And to the chat, the mods, thank you guys for being here. I do appreciate it. So thank you for hanging out with us. And a lot of you stuck around with us too for all 2.5 hours. Like, that's insane. I appreciate it though. Thank you so
Yeah, you
very
love us
much.
that much.
Yeah, seriously. The fact that you take that time is very valuable. So I do appreciate that. And yeah, prayers and vitamins. What's up, 70s? I see you there.
70s.
Yeah, we're at 2.5 hours now. Yeah, no, next week we're going full meal deal, 3 hours, maybe 3.5. We'll see. But it's going to be a blast. Let's plug in some channels. Ironcaster.
Lord.
So, yeah, you can
Dusty
find me...
Hill. That's who you look like. You look like Dusty Hill with longer hair.
Who the hell is Dusty Hill?
I gotta look that up now.
What? ZZ Top? What the hell? How am I...
So
what the hell? You guys are
older
older than me. No. You look like one of those guys from the band, but with longer hair. Or a biker. Either way.
Anyway.
Yeah, anyways.
To borrow that from you, Nick. You can find me in these places. Thank you guys for that in the chat. I'll be on T-shirt Historian Smart for the Week in Geek. And Tuesday over on Pop's channel, we'll be going through Sleepy Hollow for Talk Hard.
Ooh, all right.
And I'll be in a few other places throughout the week, so be on the lookout.
I like it. Killer Caster. Hey, dude. As always, sir, pleasure having you on here. You have a great night, a great weekend. I am looking forward to next Friday. It's going to be kick fucking ass, dude. Get some rest. Get that moonshine ready. I will see you next Friday. And guys,
right.
Eric K, thank you for playing
ready.
the channel. This is the
Be
channel.
careful. Last time you woke up in the middle of a barn and knew... Zero memory what happened.
Hey, Caster. You have a good night, dude. All right. And Eric K, thank you for plugging in Caster's channel over here. Okay. All right. Let's bring it on over to Fenrir.
Okay, the fact that you guys had no idea who Dusty Hill was really disappoints me. I mean, come on. You're supposed to be wiser than me. It's freaking Dusty Hill, man.
I'm white, but
Dusty Hill is white.
forgive me. I'm having blonde moments right now.
Just not white or not.
All right, then. You know who I am. You know what I do. You know my channel. I have a few things planned, but I have done nothing. And in the meantime, I have nothing coming out. But I am brown, so I believe I am I am deserving of things without doing crap. So give me subscribers and give me tweets right now because I deserve it. Or you are racist. Whee! Give me what I want.
You tell him,
That's how that
Finley.
works, right?
Yeah, that's how it works. That's how it works perfectly.
Yeah.
So give me what I want, damn it.
Way to tell him, buddy.
All right, Fenrir.
Uh,
Thank you for being here, sir. You have a great
that's
night.
always a pleasure,
great
Nick. You
day.
guys are the best.
Yes, we are, Tiag. I Anonymous, I have that on my watch later. I will watch it later. I'll probably watch it tomorrow afternoon. Okay.
Yeah.
And guys, sub to Fenrir here. Okay. Fenrir knows it. I know, right? Every now and then I get shit wrong too. Yes, please go watch Nick Ricada. That dude is freaking awesome. Seriously, dude's a freaking legend. Hail the nose of Ricada. All
Love
right.
hope.
All right. Peace.
Pablo.
Hey, tomorrow Midnight Edge Espanol. Actually, now that I can do stuff, I can do stuff now. On my PC. Why the hell not? This Sunday I will be streaming some games. Maybe not Witcher 3 because all the roads that I take normally go to nudity, and I'm sure Mama Susan will not like that. But I don't know. I will be playing some old games. So yeah, if you want, hang out and it will rock. And as always, today has been a really, really good time talking about old school cartoons that I should not be watching because I was too little for South Park and that kind of stuff. But that explains a lot, right? Thank you, Nick. It has been amazing today.
Pablo, thank you, sir. All right, appreciate it. I'm looking forward to next week. It's gonna be fucking awesome, dude.
Yes.
Seriously, it's gonna be fucking awesome, and it'll be our last show before we take a week off, and then we'll be back at the grind again. So, sir, guys, okay, thank you. Pablo's channel here, Geek Tropology, Midnight Edge Espanol. Yeah, that's where it's at. All right, clobbering times.
Well, buddy, thanks for having me as always. Always fun hanging out with my good buddies at the comic shop and this wonderful chat in there. Comics fans all, I suppose. If you're a comics fan, of course, clobbering times. Monday night Mark C Comics Talk, we do that, of course. But before that, Saturday night Star Trek. Tomorrow night, of course, we're just starting season 3 of Deep Space Nine review with Raquel and myself. We'll have 4 episodes reviewing all of real Star Trek every Saturday night for the foreseeable future, because it's going to take us a while to get through all of Real Trek. So if you're a Trek fan and you're a Deep Space Nine fan, please join us. And again, Monday night, I think I might be joined by the great Andy Masterson to just talk a little comics with the gentleman. And of course, there's Monday night. There's also Sunday Night Geekery on Mark D with his East channel. Don't forget that if you're up late on a Sunday night and want to have some geeking out. And I'm also on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and Wednesdays the Wild Card, Thursdays the Clubhouse. I even hang out with Nick sometimes over there on the Midnight's Edge and stuff. But Thank you for having me, brother, and thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your night.
You heard the man, Clobby. Thank you, sir.
Yes,
that's right. You heard the man. Thank you for being here. Looking forward to next week. As I said to your guys, it's gonna be fun talking some monsters, mingling with Marvel characters. It's gonna be great. And guys, sub to Clobby like 5 years ago, straight up. And catch Saturday Night Star Trek tomorrow, straight up. Sir, you have a great night, better weekend, and I will see you soon between here and Midnight's Edge after dark. Sir. All right. What's up? All right, chat. I got this comic shop show here, obviously. So next week we'll be talking some comics. That'll be great. Toxic Tuesday we'll be talking They Live. It's gonna be a big one. Comics division, obviously yelling at park cars. I yell at park cars with the Dix division. You can find me at Midnight's Edge after dark, and I'll probably have a new video next week on that new Striper album because I'm looking forward to that. So it's gonna be great. And yes. Perfect time for you guys to go catch Razor Fist or Arcade on Rumble. Who knows? Maybe I'll look in the chat for Arcade on Rumble. I don't know. But they live's not just me. They do live. I know, TZ. But seriously, guys, thank you for the support for the Comic Shop Show. It's awesome. Especially we're continuing to get new faces here. It's amazing. So thank you for supporting the show. Thank you for hanging out with us for almost 3 hours. Like, fuck, that's insane. I'm here to kick your ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of bubblegum. Yeah, that line, right? Dude, right. No, yes, this is my Gilded. 5 picoseconds joined us earlier. You all should join us. It's fun there. Gilded is a great time. Thank you, Eric K. Shout out to you, my friend. Miss you, dude. Guys, go and join their stream. Maybe I'll lurk in one of those. We'll see. But until then, have a great night. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, Loki's still going, by the way, if you want to go to that.
Loki's go. Yeah, there's Loki. There's Arcade on Rumble.
Yeah, all over
Matt,
the place.
Cocktail Lounge, Doomcock. You have options. Or give a little bit of yourself to all of them. I don't know.
There you go.
But this is goodbye. Good fight. And lastly, but not leastly, Razor Fist is not on tonight. Oh, well, good. You have even that makes your options easier.
Well,